You're listening to Grito Podcast Network, celebrating the culture of Chicanos and Latinos one story and voice at a time. Listen to more Grito Podcast Network shows over at mygrito.net. Connect on social, on Instagram and Facebook at Grito, the Grito Podcast Network.
From My Grito, and welcome to another episode of My Grito Podcast. Ooh. This is number 7. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's number 7. And we're very excited about today's guest. But before we do that, I want, as always, give you guys an update on what's going on with My Grito Industries. First of all, we're going to start off with a major announcement that you guys are probably already aware of, and you know where to go if you're going to get your tickets. The My Grito bio link on Instagram. You'll be able to get your tickets for Michelada fucking Rumble. Let's go. So, if you like lucha libre, if you like lowriders, if you like micheladas, and if you like performances, live music, I'm talking about Voodoo Glow Skulls. I'm talking about DJ Angie V. I'm talking about comedian George. He's going to be emceeing the event. Maria Sanchez. She's going to be performing on the lowrider section. And also, your boys, the Paranoias, they're also going to be opening up for Voodoo Glow Skulls.
Ping, ping, ping,
I
ping,
thought
ping.
he forgot about us.
As you can tell, you know who my guests are today. But before that, I want to tell you a little bit more about what's going on. Not only Michelada Rumble, which is going to take place on May 4th, but we also have some exciting things. We have some music videos that are out there. You guys heard me talk about it during the first couple episodes. We do have a great episode called Bear from Rundown Creep, so you want to make sure that you check that out on YouTube. We also have the music video Darlin' from 3LH. And again, if you pay close attention to 1 minute and 20 seconds, you're going to see my carnal's truck, his pickup truck there. His name is Tad. Yes, he does drywall. Yes, you can hit me up and he'll be able to help you out. Not only that, but my other carnal, if you need any help with refrigeration, JR can help you out with that. So make sure that you hit us up and we'll be able to take care of you there. So that's Darlin' with 3LH. Also, we have a music video that some of you guys might have heard of. I think it's called Scanidero. Ooh, yes, it's coming from the Paranoias. That music video's out. It's a fucking great music video. It's very trippy. We're going to actually talk about it later on during this interview because Joe Boys, the fucking Paranoias, are here with us today. So we're going to talk about that, and that's going to be a great music video that you want to check out. Not only that, but we also want to give a big thank you to our sponsors. We have some sponsors with House of Chingazos. They have an incredible shirts that you want to check out. You can go to House of Chingazos on Instagram, houseofchingazos.com. Make sure that you use My Grito as a discount code, and you'll be able to save some money, and that money will go back to us to help us do what we do here. Also, Firme Mezcal. Firme Mezcal. If you are a mezcal drinker, which we've been drinking a little bit of it today, so it might be a little sloppy today. Sorry about that, guys. But we're going to have a good time. Firme Mezcal. Drink responsibly. No shade. Drink responsibly. But if you never drank mezcal, this is a great mezcal for you to tap into because not only does it taste good, but it's fucking priced well.
It feels good.
And it feels good. Mm-hmm.
Sí, con una carnita asada.
Con la carne asada. Say less. Mira, ahí está todo. What else do you need to hear? So we want to give a big thank you to Firme Mezcal for being a good sponsor of ours. And also, I hope you guys are ready because we're going to have a very fun podcast today with one of the artists from My Grito Industries. Actually, two of the artists. Let me make a correction.
Can't wait for them to be here.
They'll show up after these guys. But we have today, not only do we have the Paranoias, but we also have Profesor Galactico. Welcome, guys.
Hi, you guys. What's up?
Oh, shit. You heard it.
Count it.
Gracias por la introducción.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Glad to be here.
No, absolutely. I got to tell you, for the longest time, and we talked about it during the interview that we did with Chris from Desmadre y Medio. As you guys know, I mean, he's a big supporter of ska, the ska scene, the underground scene. And we talked about a lot of the bands during that episode that we really like to listen to and support.
Didn't mention us once.
I mentioned you guys a couple times.
No, that guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't see a Paranoias or Profesor Galactico tattoo on him. So, Chris, if you're listening to this, what the fuck, bro?
We're going to hold you on to this.
He has to have more space on
They have to make the sleeve, the tattoo sleeve that you have of all those bands.
The template.
But
We'll give you a temporary tattoo.
for me, the moment that I started listening more to ska, and I've been a fan of ska for the longest time, so is Rob. I mentioned to Chris that one of my first bands that was more the local, more the underground, if you will, is Viernes 13.
Definitely.
But along with that and other amazing bands, that's how Rob and I came across you guys. And what we knew is that we love the sound. Because not only do you guys have a great sound, but also the lyrics, what you guys bring in the music, the topics, it's fucking on point.
I make it up all on the spot. Nothing's thought about. No, I'm kidding.
No,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, yeah. We just try to add our own like emotion, you know, like our own signature, you know. It's art, you know, so it can go anywhere. It can really go anywhere, and it's just in the moment. A veces sale así, you know.
Simon.
Yes, sir. And that signature is on the spot.
Yeah, it's me. Just this song's about a guy that follows a girl home, and he's a creep. And it's let's do it in the style of samba,
That's awesome.
which is literally a song of ours.
No. So we're going to talk about that song because I did trip out on it. Pero también, why don't we do this for the people that are listening to this episode on Spotify? As a reminder, we do have these episodes on YouTube as well. That way you can see the visual. But for our listeners, if you guys don't mind, I would love for you guys to introduce yourselves so they know who's here. And as you say your name, of course, we'll be able to tell from your tone who you are.
All right, I'll start it off. I'm David, and I play the bass for the Paranoias and Profesor Galactico.
I'm Ralph. I play guitar and sing for the Paranoias, and I tolerate David as much as I can.
It's a hard job.
My name's Nicolas Curiel, and I just do all kinds of shit.
Fuck yeah. And you're Profesor Galactico.
And I'm Professor
In the
Galactico.
flesh.
In the flesh. But yeah, like I mean, I played multiple instruments and I just produced.
Instrumentalist.
El pinche drummer boy.
Algo así.
Ooh.
Simon.
Nobody's called you that in a minute.
I know that used to be my nickname in high school.
Oh, we're gonna talk about
Yeah.
that.
Oh, he
But
went back.
before we do that,
He went back in time.
before we do that, falta uno.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez. I play the tenor saxophone, lead melody, along with that's me. Hi, guys.
Man.
And also on drums, we have Javier.
We have Javier Gonzalez.
Tito.
Oh boy,
Today.
Tito.
Yeah, Tito. He couldn't make it today, but yeah, that's our boy.
That's our boy.
Our main drummer.
And we also have a trumpet player that happened to be the lead singer of one of your newest singles.
That's
Everardo,
right.
Yeah, Everardo.
Everardo, he's been part of. He's been part of it. He's been part of us for.
He's been part of the catalog.
Yeah, for a long time. Like especially in production wise, in the studio, like in the record. He's in the-
official member.
Yeah, he's just he's a freelance guy and he likes to keep it that way. We love it because it's like whenever we can have him, it's like it's a blessing, and then we respect him because he does work a lot in the music world, in the music industry. He's like a freelance trumpet player, so.
And he's been with a lot of bands.
Like
I saw him with Chencha.
He plays with Chencha very frequently, and sometimes he plays with Undisputed. He plays with us, obviously, and then Profesor Galactico, and then he also played with like Ceci Bastida before,
Mira muy
and
wow.
like just other artists, Sectacore, I think. He's been doing a lot for a long time. He's originally like from East LA as well, and he started off in a band called Suspect 7.
Oh, hell yeah.
Before he started.
Heard of Suspect 7?
Suspect
No,
7.
I just felt it was appropriate for me to say that.
No, yeah, that's an old school band too, like from back in the day, from like back in the Allen Theater days.
I like it.
Tweety and Long Beach,
Órale.
and but yeah, that was before he joined. He was in the other band. What's the name of the other band? Upground. Upground.
Hell yeah.
With the homie Joey Quinones.
Mira nomás.
Yeah.
And now Joey Quinones, he's doing it big. He's been out there
Dude,
fucking
that's
doing
my
some
boy
big
too.
things.
He was on my first album too.
Inspirational. Yeah.
Love that guy.
We sat next to each other at the Paul McCartney concert. He didn't know who I was.
Mira nomás. Well, hopefully we
We
change that
still
after
love
this
that.
interview.
We still.
I was
we
like,
still
hey,
love him.
Joey. He's like,
Were you?
Walk to his seat.
That's Joey. No,
No, go back.
Pero in respect to El Homeboy who you're talking about, I know something that I see commonly on your videos, something that I see a lot, which we're going to talk about when you guys perform live, because it's a fucking experience. But en respeto to your trumpet player, he likes to do a lot of the...
Yeah.
Oh my God! Don't remind us.
Yeah.
Oh, I was expecting the charge, but I get that.
He's a really big soccer fan like me.
God.
He's a really big soccer fan like me, and so he likes sports, and he also, he likes other sports. So he gets that whole thing that, from, I think, the Dodgers. Don't they do that?
I have no idea. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
But we tolerate it, no?
I like David.
Once sometimes.
I tolerate the thing, but sure, yeah, it's cool.
Pero so that's for him. Pero también para Javi Tito, you guys also do a lot of, because I want to give a little bit of love to the guys that weren't able to make it, because
those are
after that
boys,
we're gonna get
man.
into you guys. Not like in a sexual way.
No, they're part of us, and we're gonna keep talking about them regardless.
I didn't know it was a podcast.
Turn down the shades.
No, yeah, they're part of
Grab a
us,
mask.
man. They're part of us, and we've been involved with so many other musicians and within the scene, because we've just been doing this for a long, long time. Like, it's been like 20 years, I feel like, that we've been like really like starting from scratch. Started from the bottom, now we're here type shit,
Wait. Both with the Paranoias specifically, or not the Paranoias in general, and you guys can correct me right now, but I think it all started with Ralph and Javi when you guys were about 14 years old, no? And
Yeah.
tell us about that.
Him and I were, we lived a block away from each other. I saw him skateboarding one day. He didn't have a skateboard the next day.
They had another band before called
there was-
ESL.
Yeah, so I gave him my skateboard. It was a fucking Captain America skateboard.
Oh, shit.
And so we just kept...
Javi was really good at skateboarding
He
too,
was really
by the
good,
way.
actually. And so we started a band together with somebody else, and we were called ESL. Everybody thought it meant English as a second language.
Which is what it meant in the
That's
academy.
pretty much the rola, bro. That's how
But-
we all think.
Public school.
I'm gonna drop the bomb here.
Oh,
It meant
exclusive.
beep, 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 beep.
This is a revelation. Revelation.
It meant electric
Electric
shoelaces.
shoelaces.
Which
That was my second guess.
Which now, in retrospect, we should just be like, yeah, English is a second language. Yeah, that was us. Yeah.
That would have been easier.
No, and because
More respectable.
you guys always sang. Well, we always sang bilingual. It was like
Yeah.
a bilingual thing. We always sang in Spanish.
And
English
shoelaces, they're bilingual.
Shoelaces are bilingual.
It
You can have
fits.
you can have
Tie 'em
two.
one way
I
or
see the
another.
tr- I
And
see
you
the
can have
connection.
two different color shoelaces, and it's like whoa, combination.
Like drift. Now this
Okay.
might be before your guys' time. I know
Like
Rob knows this.
interracial-
Are we talking different shoelaces like LA Gear shoelaces? You have to be 40 and older for that one, I think.
No,
The fat laces
I
with
remember
Adidas.
that. I
and
remember
yes.
fat laces.
But LA Gear.
they're still
no,
out
you guys
there.
don't
Fat
remember that?
laces.
I know LA Gear.
They're
I know
still
LA
a
Gear.
thing. They haven't gone
British
away.
Knights.
I don't know those.
Pues,
All right,
okay, so
all right,
ESL.
Okay. So
that-
we, Javi and I had ESL, and then most of those songs are pretty much the first batch of songs of the Paranoias. So like Mentira, Yes Por Qué. Those are all songs.
They're like
that
our,
I-
and I
they're
love
like our
both those
backyard
jams.
hits. The backyard hits, right?
yeah, those are backyard hits. Like, and I was just like, let's just start another band. So we ended up doing that.
Yeah, I mean we've played in other bands before. Like I said, like we've always been experimenting and just kind of like what do you call it? Like just release our creative juices, just to like not even for anything else, but to just exercise it and just to like it's like therapeutic. Like it's like when people do art, like paintings.
Whose art?
Excuse me.
Oh,
no.
sorry.
No, just like paintings and stuff like that, and like other, like art. Like athletes, they work out and they try to become the best at their sport, and that's kind of where we're trying to do. Like trying to become as good as we want, like as good as we can be doing like
Yeah,
this
you-
music,
Mira, puro pinche
this
army right
music stuff.
here. But
know.
so you guys, so as you guys started and you guys are going through all these transitions with different bands to eventually becoming the Paranoias. Now, what came first, the Paranoias or LA Collective?
Profesor Galáctico. was
No.
first.
Well, so Professor Galactico.
Well,
Professor
well,
Galactico was
let's
first.
talk about that.
There's a,
He predates everything.
So Professor Galactico, we used to play in another band,
yeah.
and Nick and I would pitch ideas to this band, and they wouldn't take. And
They'll take some stuff. There's some stuff they wouldn't. It was like they had like their own vision, you know.
and so Nick started PG to release his own songs, and Nick was like, "Hey, do you guys want to play? I need a live band, pretty much."
Yeah.
And I don't think I think I was the last one you asked, and but yeah, he started his thing, and then so he started PG, then we started LA Collective, and then around that time, me and Javi did the Paranoias, and we got Nick on guitar, and so we started LA Collective, and there was Albert Alexander was part of the whole thing as well.
Yeah. No, we've had a couple guys that were like they were involved, you
In
know.
and out.
That it was kind of like they were like inconsistent kind of guys that were just like, you know, trying to figure out their thing, I guess.
Pero la neta, that's
I-
kind
some
of that stands
stick-
for almost any band.
Yeah, some
We all go
stick,
through
some
that.
don't,
That's
and
life.
it's
We,
like
I play in a band. Go ahead.
They,
No,
they,
but,
no,
you,
no,
but
it-
you work with people. You
Yes.
know what it is. Like
they found
sometimes-
me at the bottom of the cereal box.
no, like man, no.
Please,
No, me and
please
David-
tell me he's on
delete
mute.
that.
Please tell me he's on mute.
He's the cereal dust.
No, me and
Jesus
David, we
Christ,
always had good chemistry musically, and we played in another band called Ecolecua before.
Oh.
David was in the band for far longer, but I joined like you know
In the later.
like in the later
years.
And dude, we had a lot of cool shows, cool things with Ecolecua. They're still around. They still do things. But yeah, we just kind of like started experimenting more and just started to be more like more interested in like recording and having things that were gonna be accessible for people.
There was a thing of doing it ourselves. Like we had a producer, he was recording us, but then like things would be on his terms and like, no, it sounds like this, better like this, or like, but we're like trying to tell him, but we wanted to sound like this.
Yeah.
So it kind of just became let's do it ourselves. Let's just do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And then
But we were already doing it ourselves to begin with
To-
because we were doing our own demos at home, and we were just kind of like evolving and kind of like, you know, we were still young. We were still like trying to get like a good job to like be able to fund this because like we didn't have any record labels chasing us like that. You know what I mean? No record labels were chasing any artists that were playing like the type of music we were playing. At least that's what I think around that time. Maybe now it's
What- what
different.
year-
maybe
what
there
year
was
was
like
that?
maybe there was like a window when that was a
20
thing, you know?
2010,
2010.
Yeah.
No, Simon.
Yeah, and then so we were just like, let's just keep recording our little demos and whatever sounds like close to not being like a demo, like something that's sounds more solid and more like
I think I still put out songs that are
we still
that are
put
demos.
even till now we still put out demos though, which is it's still fine because it's like we don't want to like suppress ourselves,
Yeah.
and we don't want to suppress like anyone who likes our stuff for some reason, and it's just you know
He
and
doesn't-
not
he
let them
doesn't get
hear
it yet.
not let them hear anything.
Yeah. But
So-
so let me ask you, para
No, yes.
and I'm so going forward, just for the listeners' sake, when I mention Professor Galactico, I'm just gonna go PG. So for PG and Paranoias, when did you guys start performing first live, like at different venues? I think first of all, you guys started in backyards, no?
Not even. Oh well, with ESL, it was
Backyard.
It was
But
backyards.
Us
with the Paranoias. We kind of had a thing where we kind of didn't want to do too many backyards or like start like that way because we were just trying to evolve from that. We're trying something different,
One
you
of
know.
our one of our friends, Clemente,
Advised us too.
he runs Evocore Media, Evocore in LA, and he would kind of be like, "You don't want to be a backyard band. Like, let's start." And he was throwing big shows like what
The
was it called?
Scottcore Invasion.
Scottcore Invasion,
Yeah.
and all
Big one.
that. So
Scotland,
he was just like,
Scottcore
"Let me just get
Invasion.
you guys on these shows. That way, you guys are put at this level. Like, at least look at this level or whatever."
That was real good
And,
advice.
He wanted us to evolve. He's
Yeah.
he's
And
always
still,
been.
we still talk to him.
Yeah,
He's-
he always gives us really good advice, and he's always like
mentoring us.
mentoring us.
Even
He's
even
a
with
really
like
cool friend.
the equipment at the
Production,
studio.
yeah.
Even with the production, like he gives us advice.
He's
on what
let
to
us
use.
borrow mics and
We,
stuff.
we
like,
still have mics of it. Sorry, Clemente.
we promise we'll return them soon.
We still have it.
we still have a couple mics.
They're still there. They still work. They're not broken.
Yeah, I've dropped.
We're responsible, kind of.
But yeah, that's kind of like how we started. Like it was barely like any backstage when it was PG and TP.
Yeah.
So, but before that, yeah, for sure, we were doing nothing but backyard shows.
What would you say when you guys were doing the backyard shows and trying to break into being featured in venues? What do you think was the most difficult thing during that time?
Well, I mean, it's still the most difficult thing now, just having someone to trust you, and that you could pull a crowd. Or, I mean, sure, we have a good crowd in LA, but you have to like make someone in Pomona know, like, oh, these guys pull in. I think that's the hardest.
Or like
part.
San Jose
Or
or
San Jose.
Oregon or
Like,
Arizona or Texas.
I mean, even fucking Riverside,
Yeah.
because you
Oh,
guys
there's like
opened
a-
up for
Riverside
Inspector.
actually
Was
is
it
really good to
Inspector?
us.
There's like a
So,
parental-
Riverside is really good to us.
There
Oh,
are
they're
second LA.
Hell yeah.
I think
Yes.
they're our first LA.
Yeah, maybe.
You get more love from them?
Every time we play Riverside, we sell out.
Yeah.
Always get
Hell yeah.
And it's wild. They always give back energy, like a lot
Yeah.
of energy live. We like it.
Nice.
Riverside, don't stop. We
Love you,
guys.
Riverside.
We love Riverside.
No, Simon. So you have, and I mentioned, you guys have been doing some great things. You guys are growing really fast. I mean, you guys opened up for Inspector. You guys opened up for Panteon Recoco, which is one of my favorite bands, right after Paranoias and PG. I'm just throwing that out there. No,
Yeah,
no shade.
that's a good list.
But I mean, how does it feel to be in the position where now look at all these years and you guys are now opening up for these bands?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna get into the deep of it, we've opened up for El Gran Silencio, and El Gran Silencio is one
Yeah.
of my favorite bands
No, yeah.
ever.
If
Yeah.
I remember correctly, you were crying onto like Javi's shoulder, no?
I
Yeah.
cry a lot.
We
I'm
Me
a
too.
big crybaby.
We
I don't-
opened up for Celso Piña.
Yeah, we opened
Yeah,
up for
it was the
that
same show.
same show. We got the honor to play at the House of Blues in Hollywood before they tore
Oh,
it
yeah.
down and turned it into apartments. We had the honor to play that show with.
But to even like think, oh, like we're gonna be opening for these guys, like was like a throwaway. Like we weren't thinking like that.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way.
it was such a blessing to be able to do it, you know, and it was a different like a different path for us too. Like that's when we started kind of realizing like, oh man, like
We're just starting. I
there's
think.
more potential. Yeah, it was like right after we launched our first project.
The first album, the first split.
Our first split. No, we had a first split.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah, the
we
split.
released a split.
PG and
The
TP, so if
Paranoias
anyone
and
has
Profesor
that,
Galactico. There's a
That's worth
split
something.
that's in a sleeve that we released in 2011 with I think it was like 4 or 5 songs each, and like each side has like the band, and it did a lot for us around that time because it was hard to put stuff on you know, streaming services that
Oh,
that people were
it would
really
take-
on, you know.
It would take months for something to go on something streaming. So like
Yeah.
we decided to go the physical route. And I mean CDs were a thing still at that time.
Yeah.
So, but it helped us out a lot to like have something out physically, and like it made the rounds in LA. And so the guy that Clemente, same guy,
Yeah, he helped us
he
put it
helped
out.
us, put it out, and he got us those shows. Like he ended up getting us those shows with
They
El
connected
Gran
us.
Silencio,
Yeah.
Celso Piña, Inspector.
Inspector. Yeah, that was one of the first Inspector shows
Yeah.
we played with.
Oh yeah. So for the listeners that are probably not familiar with the Paranoias or with PG, Profesor Galactico, if you're familiar with all these other bands that you guys are mentioning, which are a big fucking deal in this scene,
They are.
if these bands trusted you guys to open up for them, I hope if you're currently not listening to this band that we're interviewing today, that you guys go to their Spotify and check them out. Go to their YouTube because they have a shitload of YouTube music videos that we're gonna go over in a few minutes.
Oh no.
But you guys are entertaining as fuck. But musically, you guys have accomplished a lot, and I'm sure you guys have probably heard it. But también like people in general, or like raza, especially raza. Sometimes we need to hear it because maybe growing up we didn't hear it enough based on our circumstances. Pero you guys should be very proud of what you guys have done because you guys have done some great things in, this,
Thank you,
in the
thank
music
you.
industry.
Thank you, man.
I'm gonna clip this for my dad.
See, Dad?
And just
I
to
told
bring
you
it back,
someone
love
was
us.
listening.
we're talking about the bands. You guys were talking about it a lot with Desmadre y Medio.
Yeah.
Viernes 13. We got
Yes.
to open up for Viernes 13.
Oh, shit.
Dude,
We have a feature with him on the
Yeah,
it's right up on the
greatest
wall.
hits.
Yeah, on the greatest hits.
It was an idea we had.
specifically only on
Domingo.
that album you'll hear
Which, by the
him.
way, you can either pick up from the Paranoias and Professor Galactico or mygrito.net if you want to pick up your copy.
Yes.
And it was an idea I had. I was like, what if we redo one of our classics and we have a guy that we looked up to since a kid and have him sing a verse, and then not just only put it on physical. I forgot what I was gonna say after that, but yeah, the physical copy is the only version you could get of that song with JP of Viernes 13 singing Domingo.
So if you guys are vinyl collectors or you're thinking about getting it, the greatest hits from the Paranoias, which was released
get the
under
frame.
Mygrito. I do have it framed here in the garage.
It's
That's why they're
legit
looking
framed.
at
I'm
it.
not even kidding.
Um,
That's
but
the
it-
coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's cool.
But that was one of the big deals for our label, which is an independent. We're very small. We're trying to make some things happen. But first of all, we were fans of you guys for the longest time, and the fact that we had an opportunity to put out on vinyl the greatest hits, and I know that was a conversation we were having. We're like, okay, we're gonna come out with an album. It's a matter of you guys coming up with the music, and music takes a long time. But when we were looking at the catalog that you guys have had over the years, which a lot of your albums for both TP and PG, they're available on vinyl and they can go to your guys' website and you guys can pick it up. But Rob and I were having the discussion, they have so many fucking hits. Why not take some of the more quote unquote popular hits and throw it on the greatest hits? And I think fans would bite on that.
Yeah,
And
it
we
was a good
received
idea.
great response from a lot of people
It was
on
a
that.
great idea. Because famously, Chelas or Chales is like maybe like 22 songs long,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And-
It is.
and-
The deluxe version.
and it would be maybe a double vinyl or whatever,
probably.
if anything. So when you guys brought the idea of like a greatest hits, it made sense. Like there's a couple songs, like specific songs I want from Chelas or Chales, a couple songs from Mis Peros that would work. Yeah, it was a great idea.
Well, as a vinyl collector myself, and I know Rob is even a bigger vinyl collector than myself, which if you guys are on YouTube, you could guys see him in the background. Say hi, Rob.
Hey,
What's up,
say
Rob?
hi to Rob.
So I have all your records on vinyl, and
Dope.
it's not just about the greatest hits. If you guys, once you guys listen to this band on Spotify or wherever or YouTube on the music videos, if you're collecting vinyl, you're gonna want to collect not just the greatest hits, but all of them, because there was a lot of songs, and we had a hard time coming up with what's going to be on the greatest hits.
Yeah.
Because there's so much good music in your guys' catalog. It took a while.
There's songs you picked out. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, there are rolas that I really like.
You want that song on there? That fucking a piece of shit song.
But I loved it, bro. It's the feeling that I really liked it.
I forgot what song it was. I was like, for real? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna tell you in a sec because I really liked it. When you texted me back with no, this is the list. I was like, fuck, my rola's gone.
Which one?
So I'm gonna tell you. Well, we'll keep talking, but I'm gonna tell you in a bit which one it was.
Get Out Tonight.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
You like
Get
that. I
out
know you like that.
tonight.
It was a good song, bro. Like
It's
it's
alright.
on my stories on Instagram when
It's a-
I'm finally
it's
going
a-
out.
Get
Play
It's
that
a
song
fucking
live.
throwaway song. I made the lyrics.
Why did
on
it
the
make me
front
feel
of-
so good?
No, that's not a throwaway song. That was a cool jam session we had.
We're gonna have
I
to
think
add
it's you
that
on the
to
drums too.
So if I
Yeah,
can
but-
mention another experience that I had when it came to you guys and the text messaging that got me all sad.
Oh, here we go.
So besides me losing Get Out Tonight, which is still a good song. If you guys are fucking listening, go to Spotify, listen to the song, and fucking send these guys a message if you really like the song or not, or am I being stupid?
It's
That's
a
a
cool.
good jam.
It's a cool song to
It's a
play
fun
like
song.
right before
I'm
you're
not gonna-
about
I'm
to
not-
go
I'm not
out
gonna
on
hold
the
you on
night.
it. It's a good
Like
song.
in a good.
I like it.
Well, greatest
outing.
hits.
You know,
I thought it was.
Get outta
Oh,
here.
my bad.
Okay.
So here's the
you're
other
gonna go to the
experience
club,
that I
play
had.
Get Out Tonight.
Here's another experience that I had with the text messaging when it had to do with your guys' catalog, and I got all fucking sad. So sad, I fucking had to go back and
Ralph.
smell like a big bowl and just like fuck my life. So I sent a text to somebody. I sent a text to Nico.
Oh yeah, when?
I thought it was me.
No, I sent a text to Nico. And I told him that there's a song on your catalog that I fucking love. I've been listening to it almost every day. I'm probably responsible for a good chunk of the downloads that this song got.
Spit it out.
Do you remember which song I said?
Which one was it?
Cansado.
I knew it.
Oh, that was super underrated, bro.
It's a
Super
fucking
underrated.
banger, and I was pouring my heart out to you in the text, and then I got ghosted like for. I don't think you haven't replied, and it's been like 2 years,
Oh
bro.
my
It's been
God.
2 years.
God.
I love that song. I'm telling you in person, I love
I
that
probably
song.
got really distracted. But no, yeah, that song's super overrated, underrated.
Underrated. Yeah,
Underrated,
definitely
yeah.
Underrated. That is a good song. I
It's
like
a
that
fucking
song. I
great
like hearing
song.
it.
It's on my
It's on Spotify.
It's on my
It's
playlist.
on iTunes. It's on everything, guys.
It's on everything. And I
Yeah.
can tell you on YouTube, on Spotify, I have it on so many different playlists because it depends the vibe. You create all these different playlists depending on what mood you're in, whether it's a gym, you're going out for a run, you're hanging out at the pad, you're having a barbecue. That song is in a bunch of, and people keep telling me who's singing that song. Not only that song for you guys, but also the Paranoias.
Yeah.
I keep adding your guys' music on playlists because I want people to be more familiar with you guys because I'm a
Appreciate
huge
it.
fan. It's not just about you guys being on the
Appreciate you, man.
label. I fucking love your music. Yeah,
Thank you, man.
serio.
Muchas gracias.
So whenever you want, Nico, you can reply back to that text.
I will.
Really? I like it too.
Let me go on it right now.
Just text them back, Nick. Text them back right now.
Left on red.
On the video. Where's the camera? Right here.
Oh, yeah, right now I'm going to get a text. That's cool.
That's cool.
When I got time.
It's gonna be an alien spaceship alien.
I
It's
did
gonna be
reply.
a K.
K. Not even just one letter. K. Yeah. So you guys have a lot of great music on your guys' catalog.
I replied a few months after.
Just found
Dude,
it.
that's bad.
Worse. Check the dates. We have receipts on this.
He liked it, guys.
Check your
He
phone.
liked it.
Check your phone.
He liked
I
it.
put a heart right
Check
there.
your phone. Check your phone.
Heart emoji. Like it.
And there it is.
Yes! We got it.
Hey,
We got
fuck.
closure.
History has been
Yes,
made.
they can reply to your text.
fucking glasses are steamy.
You just gotta remind me.
I'm laughing so hard.
You just gotta remind me.
Hey Nico, I remember talking to my therapist about this interaction between. Like, I found this song that means a lot to me, doctor, but he never
won't-
replied to me.
He won't reply.
What do I do?
Estoy
Also, gotta keep
cansado.
moving on.
Well, he's probably tired, bro. He wrote that song because he's tired.
No, pero serio, you guys have a lot of jams. And honestly, again, the greatest hits, it was very hard for us to come up with that. But you guys, because you guys have something that not a lot of bands have. And this is a reason that...
Mexicans.
No, pues también
No,
eso,
they have
because we're
that.
proud. I would love whatever Rob and I can do as my Grito Industries to help you guys out. We're here. I would love if any other bigger labels are here listening to this. This is a band that needs to be approached because you guys have not only incredible music, but you guys have a following. You guys sell out different venues. Big artists are reaching out to you guys to open up for them for a reason because you guys bring it. It's not only that, but when I've been to your guys' shows, el pinche excitement that I get from seeing you guys perform live, you guys put out a vibe that whether you guys are if you guys are opening up for somebody or headlining the venue, when you're opening up for somebody, I feel bad for the headliner because you guys bring a fucking show and the headliner needs to step up their game.
Dude, we're just
We're just
warming
having
them
fun,
up
you know.
for
We're
the
just having
headliner
fun.
to have a great night.
Yeah.
No, Simon, and that's the thing. It's the vibe. And like Nico said, you guys are just having fun.
We're just having
because I
fun.
remember the day I got COVID for the first time
Oh damn!
was our New Year's, the day before New Year's. You guys opened up for Trish Toledo, mi prima,
Okay.
same last
yeah.
name.
You were there that
yeah.
night,
I was
right?
there. I got COVID that night too. I don't know who
Damn.
it was.
Yeah, she gave us shots too.
But I remember, I remember sending a text to somebody that I said, "Hey, when you put your guitar down and you started dancing, you put out a vibe,
Javi.
and you
Who?
should be
Javi?
doing
It has to be Javi.
you should be doing a lot more of that." That
Javi?
person never replied to me.
Me?
Take another guess.
Javi.
Nico again for 200.
Let's look for that text.
All right, you guys.
Now you guys know why I'm always sad. Like nobody fucking cares. I'm putting out
Nico's
vibes.
phone
Dude.
doesn't work well. Okay,
You were
Like, he can't
skanking on
text.
stage, bro, and I was like, you know what? That fucking vibe you were putting out. Honestly, Nico, I think it was probably in person. I told you, or over the
No,
phone.
I think it was in person.
I don't think
it was
he
in
gets
person.
texts, guys.
But when I saw that,
When you were skanking. No,
it's right there. Check the receipts. Check the receipts. Right now, I'm gonna get another text. Como dice A-Rod. K.
Okay.
He's gonna give it the thumbs up on the text.
Yeah,
so.
pero la neta, you guys just put together such a great live performance. You guys do such an excellent job.
we try to leave it all out there on the stage.
As you should.
I get a little weird with the pedals and stuff. And no, yeah, these guys are extremely like high
High energy.
fucking
todo.
No,
energy.
look, and man, I've always seen this. There's bands or artists that are studio artists.
Yes.
We're not like the studio artists like that. We record our stuff, yeah, but we do it mostly for ourselves, mostly to hear like like our
How we want it to sound.
improvements we're just testing stuff out.
Live.
And live is
Something else.
it's something else. That's like a performance. It's a performance, and
Like,
we're not thinking or focusing on the recording. We've rehearsed the songs a little more, so we get more and more like glued to the song the more we rehearse it and the more we play it, and it just becomes more like it feels like a different song almost every time we play it. Like it feels like we're playing it for the first time. Like even though we've rehearsed it so many times, but live, when we play live, it's like it feels
It's
brand new.
It's the energy.
It feels
The
brand
energy
new.
of
It feels brand new.
Having the fans in the house with us.
It's like, did
It
we just make up
changes
this
the
song right now?
in the
Like,
moment.
It's like us practicing in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
And like we're just fucking around practicing.
That's the way it should be. I think when you give that experience, it's letting people that are fans of Paranoias and PG, they're coming there for that reason. People that never heard of you guys, they're maybe there to see another band. I would think high percentage they become fans of you guys because you guys are putting it out there and it's making it real. And I know, Nico, you said there's studio artists and then there's live performers, but I think also you guys are also great at the studio because even when you guys record,
We've gotten
you give
better.
it
Thank
real, you give it real, because not only is it good quality music, it's mastered well, y todo el pedo.
we've been learning
the-
a lot for sure.
Nick has also said ...
Yeah,
A K ...
Did he text
I'm gonna try to get better at that. I'm gonna try to be better.
It's all right.
No,
He
thank
texts
you.
like a dad.
We appreciate we appreciate it. We appreciate it. We're trying to get better as studio artists.
We're just human beings that are trying to be better human beings every day.
And our live performances are different, and we like it that way. If you want to hear what's on the studio, go and listen to the fucking stream. If you want to hear something
That's
different,
like the
live.
demos. Those are the demos that we're doing, and then live is like you're getting the whole
Something else.
shebang,
No, see
the
that
whole
one.
nine.
And we're gonna talk about. We had an opportunity to do something during the pandemic that I thought was very special, something that was very different for all of us. First of all, the courtship. We came to your guys' studio to talk to you about the opportunity to work with My Grito.
They brought us beer.
We brought beer, and I walked away with a painting from Javi. That was
It
pretty
totally-
awesome.
It totally worked.
Pero
Right up there.
I know we were approaching you guys for
Right
a
up
bit
there.
because when and it was Rob that introduced me to you guys. He came across the music, he listened to it. I'm a big fan of ska, so is he. And at that point, we started courting you guys. And I know it takes time just like anything else. But I was so happy when you guys decided to take the meeting because we wanted you guys to meet us and know our intentions that we are artist friendly. We're not here to take anything away from you guys, but amplify what you guys are doing. Put together probably some type of process or system so that way when the bigger labels come, están más listos for that opportunity.
we don't need
That's
those bigger
awesome.
labels.
We appreciate it.
Oh,
Let's
Pero-
just stay independent. It's what it's about.
pues independent, y aquí con My Grito, was it easy, difficult for you guys to come to that decision to work with both Rob and I with My Grito Industries?
Difficult? I wouldn't say it was difficult. It was just more like let's wrap our heads around this. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? What's gonna be done? And at the end of the day, I think we
We-
both
We'll see like a collaboration
we
at the end of the
both
day.
Simon.
agreed on the same type of thing. Like,
Yeah.
you guys aren't pushing us to like. We'll get into this later. Finish a project,
it's like we don't feel harassed or pressured, so that's the main
great thing to feel as an
that's the main
artist.
thing because we'll be more organic, we'll be more ourselves, and like you get more original product that way, or more original art.
The freer we feel, I feel like the
more
better of a
productive.
product, the better of a product we put out.
Yeah,
I feel so, and that's what we noticed, and a lot of that feedback was given to me from Rob with him running Wiretap and his interactions with bands. And a few years ago, when I first started helping him with Wiretap, I had an opportunity to somewhat experience that. It wasn't until him and I were doing My Grito that I had a chance to interact with more bands like you guys and kind of understand the process and know in my work, we have deadlines. And we get pushed, and there's no exceptions. You have to do it. You have to do it. The pressure's on. What I didn't want with something like artists, musicians, it's about creativity. It's about being able to express yourself, and that cannot be rushed. And it's about you guys coming out with a product that you feel very good about before it comes to us. Yep. So that's something that, for me, it was a little bit of I needed to get comfortable with that because I'm so used to deadlines.
Yeah.
And at the same time, and I
That makes
learned this
sense.
early on,
No,
I was
you
giving bands deadlines a little bit,
And-
apujar un
and-
poquito, and I think it backfired sometimes.
And that's what we mean about the big record labels. The big record labels will be more intense.
Yeah.
Will be, and we know that. We've seen enough content of other artists that go through the same drama. So we're just like, okay, we've had enough drama growing up. Let's not do that. Let's not go that route. Let's just be ourselves, do everything organically, and it comes out much better that way.
At least for us.
And we do give ourselves deadlines individually. Like we're like,
Simon.
okay,
We literally were just talking about.
we're talking about this earlier we're on our way here. Like, like we should try to give ourselves at least our own deadlines, you know.
It helps.
And it helps, and we know when we have to push it, and we know when we're like, okay, this is already
our backs against.
we're being redundant. It's just like, you know, once something's done, it's done. It's like you don't have to overcook stuff too. You know?
Simon.
Real quick before we continue.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
Cut the
but-
Ladies and gentlemen, that's
Oh,
the mic, David.
no.
Time.
David Daniel.
Can we like have a separate camera for this fool when he talks?
I'll take it. I gotta go to the little boys' room.
Oh my God! Just go.
Me too.
Get out of here! You didn't
But
have
you
to
go first.
announce it.
I kind of did.
No, go for it.
Hey, no talking about me when I'm gone.
Let's talk about David.
Right. So,
So
as
David-
David awkwardly interrupts the whole podcast,
The
it
whole
probably
podcast.
probably ruins it. It ruins it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my jeez.
So outside of that,
can't handle this liquor.
so we came to the decision to go ahead and collaborate and work together, and shortly after that, a live stream. This is during the pandemic, so there was no
The
shows that
Takeover
were
Live,
taking
right?
place.
over.
I
So
miss
we
that
went
place.
Takeover Live
Yeah,
in the
that
city of
place cool.
Stanton, which they're no longer there. Pero
That hurts.
it hurts, but he gave us an opportunity,
I
us as
love
My
that
Grito
spot.
and Wiretap, for us to bring bands there and to bring content to people out there that miss going to shows.
Dude, we were ready to keep going a couple more times after that. We're like, hell yeah, this was awesome.
It was cool.
Let's
was
do it
awesome.
again. Let's do it again. It sounds amazing. The sound quality was like, whoa. Like, we need to
Bert.
do this again, be more prepared, and do it again.
Well, you guys,
But it went away.
you guys kicked ass, and that live stream is still available. If you go to My Grito Industries on YouTube, you'll be able to find the
That was
live
fun.
stream not only from you guys, which you guys were one of my favorite live streams, just because not only the music was
Get outta
badass,
here.
but also the way you guys interacted with the cameras. You guys were being real, and at the same time, I think Ralph, you were complaining about you went to go eat something. Y te dolió la panza or something, like you needed to
Oh,
take
yeah.
a shit.
I think I was burping a lot. I think I made it into the
I don't know if you
The
ate like
burpees.
Asian food or
I
something,
forgot
or
what I ate. I forgot.
We had
wouldn't be able to- I
we
wouldn't-
had tacos with Mexican
remember.
food. It was Mexican.
I have
Well,
no idea.
Pues
Le dieron
anyways, pero,
agruras.
pero the live stream was badass. And I know you guys also, for the longest time, you guys have your Patreon. So you guys also personally do live streams for not only Patrons, but I've seen you guys do it every now and then on Instagram.
No,
Just make it
Instagram and
available.
YouTube. And
We got on it on the YouTube for a
we still
little
haven't
bit.
tried the TikTok one.
We haven't tried TikTok. I don't.
We should.
We should.
That would be good.
But no, yeah, when the pandemic was going on, I guess I would have to be the one responsible that felt like relied on the streaming. Like I was like, we have to stream. We have to stream. Like let's do we call them quarantine streams.
Oh yeah, coin stream.
Quarantine streams. But we did a bunch. We did like maybe 20. And like
Yeah, we did a couple of them.
all of them got flagged because
All of them.
all of them got
Damn.
And but we got a lot of respect. And we got a lot of followers just because they were like, yeah, we miss live music, and they weren't getting it anywhere.
We had a little setup at the studio, and we're like, let's just connect everything, mic up everything, and just
we want to do it again. I want to do it again.
that'd be cool. Yeah, and maybe we could
I think
even
we
know we also mentioned too that we could even release the audio
Oh yeah, we were
like in the streaming service of the live stream, like as a album time
quarantine album.
the quarantine
Stream.
album
Oh,
live.
yeah.
So
I think now
that's a good idea too.
We've talked about it.
We mentioned it.
Was and I don't know if this is good for us to mention this before David gets back, but fuck it. Things are usually better without David, no? Bass
Yeah.
players.
Let's get it in.
So if anybody was to check out, go to YouTube, check out on My Grito Industries, they'll see your guys' live stream. There was another person, a member of the band back then, that played lead guitar, if I'm correct, and he fucking shredded like a motherfucker.
Yup.
So he brought a vibe to the Paranoias and PG. So
No,
I'm
we
talking
still
about
miss
Bert.
that guy too.
So talk to me a little bit about Bert. ¿Qué pasó allí?
Nothing too crazy.
No, I
we
mean,
were super dedicated on the band,
yeah.
and he had a couple things going on personally.
Just priorities were different, man, and that's usually what happens.
He's a married man now. Shout out,
Yeah,
Bert.
Shout out, Bert.
congratulations.
And like I'm glad he's happy. Like
Yeah.
maybe Paranoias wasn't in his directory or whatever
Yeah.
you would call it, but I'm cool with the guy. I think
Yeah,
we're all
yeah.
cool with
No,
the
I
guy.
love him. I miss him, man.
I love him.
But yeah, we just
But it was just we have priorities. We
Yeah.
have different priorities.
yeah, and we're just on different paths, different mental capacities, and we're just like moving at different speeds. We're just
We're trying to like stay at the studio, record,
yeah,
and it wasn't a big priority for him. So we
Yeah.
were just like, at the end of the day, like we have to like, keep moving.
yeah.
Well,
But-
I have to say that
But everything's good. At least.
yeah, there's
my
definitely
end.
no bad blood, man. There's
Yeah, that's good.
we love him, we miss him, we're happy for him.
Hey, Bert, where's my camera? I keep looking over there.
It's right here and
we
right
got both
there.
cameras, both angles.
But yeah, man, like we miss him, and if he's ever open to coming back, obviously, like,
So pues ahí está el offer.
yeah,
If Bert, if you're listening to this, if you ever want to consider coming back, and like we talked about, that's
He wasn't
very
even looking
important
at the camera. He
for
was
us
looking
to
at me.
if you ever want to come back, and like we said, the important part for us to get rid of David, we can make that happen. And David's back.
I'll be back.
Oh no, not you too.
Ahora Nico.
So what I miss?
Nothing. I think Bert's coming back.
Oh,
Just confirmed. It's just confirmed.
No, but so the live stream is badass. You guys did a killer job. Me gustó un chingo.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, that thing was very well run.
yes.
It sounded great. You have no idea what we're talking about. What are you saying yes to?
I would even
there's no
I would
more
even tune into
Basílicos?
those before I started. I would
Okay.
log in
Thank you, by the way.
and I'd watch you guys. That's
You
fucking
creep.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah,
You
I heard,
weirdo.
I heard the live. I heard we were talking about Bert. I kind of figured it out. Come on, guys.
All right, so yeah, the takeover thing, yeah, well run. I wish it was still around. It sucks that they finished things or
they did, and that's something that Rob, I know. So it was his connection. So the homeboy that was doing this, what band did he play for? Yellow Card.
yeah.
So, and the thing is that he had his studio in Stanton, and he was out there making this available to different bands to come in there and do a live stream. And they really fucking had it well done, and we were lucky.
It sounded great.
I know I just got here, but it was
sounded
a
cool.
pleasure.
No, so he did a kick-ass job. I was glad that you guys were one of the bands that we were able to get on there. I know some of the other bands, we got 3LH to do it, Rundown Creeps, Adrian Carmine, with Trish Toledo. So during the pandemic, I mean, we needed to think outside the box and how do we get these bands to to share some music with everybody as we're all fucking trying to figure out what was going on. No.
And we're all still making songs. We were making new songs during the time. Felicity 2, I think, came around the pandemic time. So even us like trying to like get new music out was a whole thing. You know what I mean? During the pandemic, and I think it was a perfect.
Ahí está.
Thumb in or thumb out. It was perfect.
Shout out
Just trying to be a
everyone
gentleman.
who made it to our live broadcast during the pandemic.
Simon, well, A-Rod, you mentioned a little while ago that you saw it, right?
Yeah, no.
How was it for you seeing that?
He was being a creepo.
Cool. Like watching it, just like being a viewer.
Yeah.
It was honestly cool because like I
Don't look at me in my eyes.
Did you have lotion or no lotion?
No, all of it, too much. No, like
Thumb in or thumb out.
I remember seeing them a few I don't know 1 to 2 years prior, just like starting to see them live, and then through my previous band, one of them asked me like, "Hey, me and the trumpet player from that band, from the Meddlers." Shout out the Meddlers.
Shout out to Eddie
Shout out
Cervantes, that's our
Eddie.
boy.
Eddie
Cervantes.
Cervantes.
He's
yeah.
on he's on some of the PG records
Yeah.
too. He's a homie that he likes to be involved in like studio recording and studio like process. So but yeah.
Oh yeah, well, no. Well, before the live stuff, I remember specifically seeing you guys in Fullerton. I was with my girl, and we were right in front, and that's when I was just like, I fucking love this band. I'd love to play, like, just a dream shot. And then life goes on, and the opportunities linked up, and they're like, hey, would you want to try the quarantine stream? There were this little series that we're doing. Like, we have some songs that have horns, so would you guys want to try it? I was like, yeah, let's do it.
The Make-A-Wish Foundation works, you guys.
It works.
Yes.
So how long
It's
after that,
phenomenal.
A-Rod, did you get approached to be a part of the Paranoias and PG?
It took a little time because I
You had to flirt.
I get it. It's
Why
like-
did you do your neck like that?
What?
The little sassy neck.
No, because like
I didn't catch it.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
personally-
Hey,
No.
however the interview was, whatever took
No, no,
place,
no.
I heard you guys were playing. Turn off the lights. Guess
Would
who's
you,
in my
would
mouth?
would you feel more comfortable here on the casting couch?
No, because like personally, I would get asked like, "So, are you a part of the band or not?" And I'd be like, "I don't know how to answer that. Like, yes and no, yes and no." And time went on, and I would always I'd make myself available because I love playing music. I've been playing music since a little kid. All this stuff, different
That
genres.
was like
in
13.
School. Yeah. So
This was, I would imagine, middle school or high school band.
when
No, is that how you started playing the sax?
elementary. Yeah, since 5th grade, 4th grade, I haven't stopped. I've done middle school, high school, a little bit of college, stuff like that, and jazz, concert, all that stuff. So
Oh yeah.
I've always had that going, but yeah, just leading up to it, and then going into the quarantine streams, I was just like, this is a dream come true. So no, just joining the
Oh,
guys.
shut up.
That was
Shut up already, you.
that was his audition basically. The whole corn stream.
Yeah.
He's
thing.
officially a member of the band as of now. Just
No,
because
yeah,
of what
no,
he said now.
and honestly, it's really important to want to be, like, want to be involved, want to be part of something.
It
like
takes a lot to like. I mean, you have family, you have things going on at home.
Work.
It's just life
time,
in general.
It's time, bro.
To,
It's
to be like,
The whole pandemic.
I'm gonna go make music, and everybody's like, "You're gonna make music? You're just gonna kick it with your friends and smoke and drink? Yes,
and make music.
and make music." But it's like it's hard for other people outside of the music business to like fathom. People that don't make music.
It's because it's all business, fool, and that's the problem that sometimes that's the double-edged sword right there. Like the whole business part of it is what becomes the inefficient part of it because you're not letting true art be out because true art can have mistakes. True art can have like the whole beginning of it.
The infamous question: "¿Y te pagan, mijo?"
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
A huevo. Ooh, I get asked that so much.
It's just having to balance that passion and business, like Nico was saying. Do you want it? Like, do you first off? You have to love it.
It's a
You're not gonna
labor of
go up
love,
there,
labor
like,
of love, baby.
Or
like
for
how like Oscar you were mentioning when you go see the Paranoias live, you get that enjoyment. It's like we're also enjoying it too.
And because we
We're
wanna
having the
be
time
there.
of our life. Having the responsibility and the knowledge, the self-containment, and just the responsibility and the respect of your band to like pay your time, pay your dues, go to practice, be on time. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it.
It does. I think it's a
if you love
combination of, like you said, A-Rod, it's a combination of passion, pero también trust in your bandmates.
These are my bros.
That
These
you
are my
guys are in it for the right intentions.
Yeah,
like we talked
definitely.
about con Bert, incredible guitar player, but during that time in his life, it just wasn't the right time for
It
him to
wasn't a
continue.
fit.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
So
fit.
that's what a lot of bands go to. Historically, we can look at bands from all different genres that have struggled with this.
No, yeah.
We hear about the Metallica story.
Yeah.
We hear about the Beatles
Metallica,
story.
yeah.
All this shit with Best, right? All this shit comes up. And I feel like, and I know you guys already see this. I know for Rob and I, us as the label that represents you guys at this time, that we believe in you guys. And if you guys like continue que le ponen ganas, something good's gonna happen for you guys.
That's what Walter Connes is about. It's about trying to pull through, trying to, you know, echarle ganas and whatever it is that you do. You know, there's all kinds of ambitions. You know, good ambitions that you're healthy and you know that can give you some kind of, you know, peace of mind.
New dad over here.
And maybe and maybe some money.
Oh shit! A ver, papa.
Papa Nicolau.
Papa Nico.
Papa Nicolau.
Bro, congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell us about your son.
My little boy Santi Felix Curiel Cortez.
Mira
Stole
nomás.
my birthday, by the way.
Oh, yeah, he was born on the same day as Ralph.
It's no longer Ralph's, it's Santi's.
I don't get
And you couldn't
anything.
you couldn't put a Ralph in the middle name or something? No, it's not like that.
I wouldn't want that.
Ralph.
The stuff I've been going through in my life.
Santi.
Santi Ralph.
Yeah.
It's there. He might have a lunar or something that says Ralph or something, or it looks like an R.
No, but congratulations.
No, thank you.
How did it feel to
Whoa,
have this
buddy.
life?
Oh, okay.
I
I thought you were gonna ask me something else.
Not that part. No, from the
Come on,
moment.
where's the
I'll let you borrow my mic.
It's an incredible moment, man. It's really inexplainable. Like up until you're there, you know, like you just, it's just amazing. Wow, you know.
You have one kid or two?
So I have 3 daughters.
3 daughters.
So 2 of them are my stepdaughters, which I see them as they're my daughters. I refer to them as their bonus dad. They have their dad. I'm the bonus dad, not stepdad. I'm fucking bonus dad.
Bonus.
Some may say better dad. So we'll see. I'm throwing it out there, throwing shade out there.
You had a beautiful bathroom, so
I don't know where that came from. Daughters to bathroom. I don't know how that came in.
Whoa.
Pero no. So I have my 2 stepdaughters, and then I have my youngest one. Beautiful bathroom. Where do we go there?
it's a beautiful house.
Oh, gracias.
Yeah, they get to live in your beautiful house.
Ladies and gentlemen, heroin is not for everybody.
No, it is not.
Oh my God!
Don't touch the H word.
It's not for me either. guys.
No, pero
Dale,
gracias,
dale.
Nico. So I have them. I have my youngest daughter, Sofia. She turned 15 last year. It's a beautiful feeling like no other feeling. The moment that you had children, I can't explain it. It's to the point where you would die for them.
Yeah, no, they're definitely like your other you know,
Simon.
like they start becoming your other you basically, you know, and the mom too, and you know, it's like it's 2 people in one, you know, and whatever else they get inspired by that they want to become like, you know.
Are
So
there any if you can go into the future,
yeah,
and be able to give your son some advice, is there any advice that you think you would give to him now based on how you've been living your life up to this point?
no fear.
Go all in.
Go all in, and just
Get that tattoo
I mean-
you've always wanted, Santi.
I mean,
We're
sure, if
all
he wants
trying to
tattoos, that's
figure
fine,
it
but
out.
no, like definitely just you know, try to be fearless, try to be what's that word? It's the word I was thinking about.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Resilient. resilient, and not give up, man. Like just keep going. Whatever it is that you feel like is your passion, is your calling. You know, it could be anything. It could be-
What advice would you give Nico as a father?
Good question.
Good question.
That's good.
Thank you.
So
I'm here all night.
yeah, we gotta. That was a good question. So Nico, for me as a dad, and I've had the experience of the opportunity to experience both the stepdad, which it has its boundaries that I always want to be respectful of, and then I have our daughter that we have together. But on me, the biggest advice that I can give you is to love your children unconditionally,
Definitely.
and know that they're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah, that's part of the
Yeah, that's part of the
Part of the deal,
process.
man.
If you look back at how maybe we were as kids, it's not like we were fucking perfect. We were traviesos, doing all kinds of shit, getting into trouble. So I keep telling myself that anytime that if there's a little issue that comes up from when they were youngsters to teenagers, teenage girls, it's just, bro, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I only had an opportunity to experience that with growing up with my younger sister. But having 3 daughters going through the teenage years, it's a lot. It's a lot. And right now, currently with Sophia, she's 15. It's difficult because she's still going through the process of trying to find her identity, who she is, and all these different things. And all I want to do is give her advice.
That's something that sometimes it takes time. It takes like
Simon.
Falta college, dude, and falta all these things,
Season 3 of Degrassi.
I know a thing or two, because tengo mi sobrinita, that I kind of helped raise too. After my sister passed away, she left a young daughter with diabetes, so we really had to be super vigilant about her blood sugar and just her overall health, porque estaba chiquita and she just didn't know better, too, But even though she's really smart, she's a really smart girl. And I'm really proud of her for, the woman that she has become. I'm really proud of that part of my life.
You're learning from that.
I learned from that experience, and I was young, dude, because I've been a tío since I was like 7 years old. I was a young tío.
We're Mexican.
Yeah, I was a young tío. My sister had, her when she was
how
like
many brothers and sisters do you have?
16, I think.
So I have an older brother. His name is Arturo. And then I have 2 younger sisters. Unfortunately, both them passed away.
Oh,
man, sorry.
My sister from cancer, she was 28. She was engaged, and the engagement took place while she was going through chemo.
Yeah.
So I think it was one of those things where, and I don't keep in contact with the guy, but I think he was doing that para que something that my sister wanted to experience.
Yeah.
Simon. Which I greatly appreciated. It was a fight. My other sister, she died 24 days after birth. So there were some complications.
Oh, man.
Similar complications that I had because I asked my mom. So there was an interview that I did with another artist. Unfortunately, it didn't air for some personal reasons. Pero we talked about how our moms are sick. My mom right now is still battling cancer. Oh, wow. And I had some questions that I found that I wanted to ask her so I can get to know her a little bit better. And then I realized that these questions are so basic but important because these are not conversations that I normally would have with my parents.
No, yeah.
But it gave me an opportunity to get to know her better.
Know them, yeah.
Y una de las preguntas era,
that's what I do.
There's simple questions like, how was it being a parent? What was the most difficult thing about being a parent? What was the best memory that you had about me growing up? What's the biggest life lesson that you can give me? Here's the question that got me. Is there any family secrets that you haven't shared with me that you'd like to share with me now?
Oh my God, that is beautiful.
What are you doing?
Because
in this tormenting,
my mother passed away from cancer too when I was young.
Simon.
And to hear you say those questions, it's like, you know what? I have those exact same sentiments.
Yeah. Simon.
It's hard because so many secrets.
Unmute.
Yeah, so many things we never know.
Yeah, and
they keep us in the shadows, and sometimes
it's for our protection.
Best.
Sometimes it's for our protection.
It's for our best, and like it's not good to know too much sometimes, because you don't focus and you don't like live your life the way you should live. You should live your life trying to make your own mistakes and just learn
from your
grow,
mistakes.
Simon, because So I recently shared this with my youngest daughter because 15, so she's dating. I don't want to get too personal out of her privacy, but she just asked me questions. We had an opportunity this weekend to go to the swap meet, which is where we spent a lot of time together. I grew up in the swap meet, working in the swap meet for years. And
me too, kind of. My brother.
Me estaba preguntando when we're having our walk about dating, and I'm okay with the conversation because I rather her confine me to tell me without me judging her than her to feel not comfortable.
That's already a super big plus, man. The fact that they can trust you like a homie, like a friend, like, oh, I can just talk to my homie even though he's my dad.
Yeah. Pues esa es la cosa. When she was asking me about dating, la neta, here's the advice that I told her to the T. I feel bad that I don't think I have good advice for you because growing up, I've experienced a lot of bad relationships before I met your mom.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that whatever advice I give you is going to be bad advice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when it comes to dating, unfortunately, when it comes to friendships, as you mature, you're going to have to figure it out yourself, and you're going to experience a lot of heartbreak. There's no getting around it,
dude.
And that's the reason I love fucking emo music.
I think that's the best advice, dude. Honestly, that sincerity, that advice, it goes a long way because you're just being transparent, you know, and because everybody's different. Everyone's experience. There's a reason where there's like billions of people in the world. Everyone's having a different experience at the same time, and that's the way God intends it to do it. That's
Yeah, and I think over the years with all three of my daughters, I would give them advice, and sometimes they wouldn't take it because they're teenagers or young adults, and I would tell them, "Hey, I'm telling you this because I learned the hard way." And they'll either accept it or they won't.
Yeah.
But with that question, I felt that it was appropriate for me to say, hey, because I didn't want it to be a lecture. It's just, Mija, you're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
But whatever happens, just know that I'm here to support you. And I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to get pissed off at you. I'm expecting you to make good decisions.
Yeah.
And understand, as a young lady, y aquí todos somos machos, somos hombres, but as a young lady, unfortunately, I have 3 daughters. And gracias a Dios, there's no bad things out there about them. But what I was telling them is, unfortunately, anything you say or do will be held against you for the rest of your life for a long time. So be careful.
There's a lot out there, man. There's a lot like, what do you call it? Paper trail type stuff. Like you can
social media, text messages.
There's no fucking
you gotta be careful.
The internet's forever.
All right, so in and out. Are we doing animal style or non-animal style?
Animal style.
You guys are getting too serious over here.
I know.
What are you guys talking
Which,
about?
by the way, Ralph,
this called adult
I don't know if this
conversations.
is true or not. Do you know that In-N-Out, I think, serves chicken burgers?
No way.
That's
I don't
not
eat
true.
one.
I heard that.
that's not
I don't know if
true.
it's fake news.
Fake news.
It was Donald Trump who said it.
I don't like chicken.
Maybe only over there at the Trump Tower.
I would try it, but
just check it out
Animal
and see if
style?
it's true. Rob, animal style para ti or
All day, baby.
There you go. Let's get
All
Rob
freaking day.
In your spot.
what the hell?
dick?
No respect.
And that's why you turn off his
And that's
mic.
why we need to turn off his mic.
You get it now.
Nah,
Yes.
Thank you.
Fuck, why do people hate you, Davi?
you don't say.
Ralph doesn't say it for any reason.
I think that might be the first time that ever happened in podcast history
Get
ever.
Oscar the fuck out of here.
We need another shot.
Fuck, remember who I don't invite to my
Bro.
parties. Shit.
The Paranoias
David
minus
Daniel.
David.
You know, Professor Galactico, what if we have Ralph sing everything?
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Do you like chicken burger? I mean, animal style?
Chicken burgers, animal style.
Animal
Kids,
style.
drugs are terrible. Be careful, kids.
He does the least of
Yeah,
those.
this is me sober.
Orale. So let's go. What I would like to do now, let's go back to the music.
Simon.
I want to share some music videos with you guys, and I want you guys to, if you're on Spotify, if you're listening to this, you'll be able to hear the music videos. Pero te va a salir más chingón if you're on YouTube, and so you can watch it for yourselves. Gil, if you don't mind, I want you to pull up one of the videos that I simply fell in love of the Paranoias when I saw it. And you guys are probably guessing it because it was such a big deal. Nolo. So, Gil, if you could do me a favor, put up this video because it looked like you guys shot it in your garage. There was
It was our first studio.
It was your first studio?
In downtown. That
Shot
studio
on,
was so cool.
No.
Downtown Lockouts. That was a cool studio because you know what? We shared the lockout. Well, we were on the same floor as Dream Car. I don't know if you guys heard of
hell
Dream
yeah.
Car,
I know Dream
the
Car.
band with the members of No Doubt and the singer from AFI. So they were right there starting that project while we were there, and we got to see Adrian Young and Tom and everyone else.
No
it
Doubt,
was
pretty much.
the whole Tony Canal was cool. We took a picture with them. It was cool, man. Like that was a cool studio. And then I heard too that even Rage Against the Machine was there too at one point, like during the earlier
awesome.
years. So it was.
So
a
you guys
pretty-
shot Nolo at that studio?
in that studio.
What was it called?
It was like a one. It was.
I don't even remember what.
No,
but
it was-
But it says Soho now.
Yeah, it's a Soho house.
Awesome. So Gil, can you go ahead and let's listen to a little bit of the video, para que the people can check it out. Oh, you guys can hear it.
Oh yeah,
Míralo con la mota, blaze, blaze.
it was a mess. I think we were barely trying to get situated there.
Two refrigerators.
We cleaned up that day. Okay.
We cleaned up.
Ahí está Bird. Can we replace David on bass?
Stop it. Stop
With anyone.
We have already.
With
You asked for
anybody?
another
Anyone.
host.
I know, bro. That's personal.
You asked for another host.
That's
We-
forever
we-
gonna be in my corazón, bro. Anytime I see you, if si te doy un pinche ojo, bro, know why.
Okay.
No.
Right. That's fair.
Oh, that's fair.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Can you
no,
switch with Rob? I would like to hear what he has to say.
no, and
Yeah, we can
I'm not
switch.
liking
We
your
can switch
questions.
spaces.
To my defense, Rob doesn't talk that much, man.
What are you? I know you know how to play the bass.
no the
There you go.
Okay, so
The
the,
party still-
Paranoias
the-
and
the
PG have
party
a
still
new bass
keeps going.
player.
We have a new bass player.
no the party still
Plays for the
keeps
Miguel
going.
from
Earringers.
Earringers.
We-
Now playing bass.
We've had substitute musicians
though.
before.
Love
It's not like a new thing. Like
And it probably felt like magic, no?
It felt like we were on time.
Maybe-
Everything on time.
maybe
Puro
At-
pinche ritmo.
At the end of the songs, they would stop.
Yeah, they wouldn't keep playing.
Did stop on 4, yeah.
You guys have no idea how many takes we took to make this movie, this video.
What are you
it was a movie.
Hey, Miguel, can you,
it was a movie.
Gil, can you turn off David's mic?
It's not even on.
I know, bro. I just
Not
said his
even
name.
on.
That's why.
It's not even on.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay,
my
so
God.
we have this music video, which I absolutely love because it's just about you guys in a band fucking having a good time, and the rola is fucking awesome. Who
It's-
came up with Nolo?
The name Nolo or the song?
So the song, the lyrics, because it was just
we kind of did it at a Sherman studio.
We did for sure do it. It was when we were in another band.
You had the hook already.
I had the hook.
Yeah, he had the hook.
And,
Y no la
uh,
puedo creer que me haga sentido.
And I pitched it to said band we were in before. And,
But it was only the hook, and then we made the
We-
music, right?
which it still is.
We made the music right after.
hell
And,
yeah.
so
It is.
Míralo.
hold on.
I hope you're watching this on YouTube.
Figuring out David.
Getting physical.
Thinking about kicking.
So Nolo, there's a song by Molotov called Noko, and I like the idea that they were like no comeremos mañana ni hoy, honey, and they called it Noko.
Noko.
So I was like, y no lo pude. So I was like, oh Nolo.
Nolo.
I was like, oh, that's cool.
this
Like,
Nolo.
I'm just naming Nolo or whatever. But yeah, we came up with the song back in the other band days.
Yeah.
Picked it back up with the Paranoias. And
Repolished it.
Repolished it, recorded ourselves in that
Recorded
studio.
it- recorded
yeah.
ourselves. Yeah.
Oh, Kill Tony! Hell yeah!
Who's it?
Hey!
David Spade.
So I love that. Because of time, I want you guys to pick one of two videos. Felicity 2 or your newest video, Scanidero.
Oh, you're gonna make me choose?
Both directed by.
The same-
David,
the
we already
same
told
director.
you not to talk.
Never mind.
Can we get
love that.
Shout out to Jasmine.
I love that firmness.
Yeah, where's the mute button?
No. All right, so both directed
No,
by
let's do both videos. Fuck it. Let's do both videos.
both
Let's
directed
start
by
off
Jasmine.
No,
with-
we could just do
Jasmine
one. You
Aguilar.
have the homies back here waiting. We don't want to hold them up. So let's just do Felicity 2.
Yeah.
Let's do Felicity too.
So with Felicity 2, while Gil throws it on, great song. again, lyrics on point, but the idea behind the music video taking place in a church.
That was all her.
That's all her.
That was all the
Her and
director.
Jasmine, yeah.
That's
All her
all
treatment,
Jasmine.
all her vision.
How was it when she pitched it to you? Because it's fucking out there.
She was like, think
Mucha lucha-ish.
she was like, think Napoleon Dynamite.
Nacho Libre.
Meets
something
Nacho
like that.
Libre,
Nacho
yeah.
Libre, Napoleon Dynamite, church, minister, or what's it called? I don't know what they're called.
The priest?
I don't believe in this.
Priest.
Yeah, a priest like is figuring out like a couple is happening in their little church or whatever,
Mhm.
and I was like, that's perfect. Like it's fucking perfect.
And
So-
so you got a little romance between the two, no?
Yeah.
Me and him, yeah.
Oh, también eso, pero in the music video.
Oh, in the music video, yeah, it's the priest and the
The nun.
nun, yeah.
And
and-
who plays the nun?
Oh my god, I can't.
So she's a comedian, no?
She's a comedian,
She's
yeah.
a comedian. I cannot name her off the top of my head.
She's in the
I'm so
credits.
sorry.
It's on the credits.
Who's got Google?
But yeah,
Okay.
she's a comedian. Found by Jasmine, and
Jasmine
she found everything. She did the location. She did the casting, the place. Like we were just there for fun. Like we were literally just there for fun.
I think that's the first time we've ever felt like,
We
Low-key
basically
rock
let
star-ish.
her take the wheel.
because yeah, she
And she
definitely.
did great.
And it seems like a big deal for you guys because to give somebody else control for you guys being DIY since the get-go.
Well, I mean, we have a back and forth with the whole DIY stuff.
Yeah, we do.
We still owe you guys an album.
Yes. Which, by the way, we're going to finish this interview with the missing link,
What?
the album we're waiting for.
Yes.
Highly anticipated.
It does feel good. Even with the mastering, we work with Audio Mac
Audio Mac.
on this new
Jonathan
stuff.
Mireles, shout out, bro.
And even with the mastering, like we're like, oh, you guys use them too.
And the homies, the earringers.
So even like letting someone take the reins on something, like it's something it took me forever to do.
But
Like-
once you do, I would think stress.
It's been recent. Like yeah, but for sure, stress. Get the fuck out of here. Like it helps so much, but it does take a lot to have someone. Hey, take care of my baby.
Yeah.
And then
it is.
let me see what you bring back. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the mall.
And once the video was done and you guys had an opportunity to see it, how did you feel? Nailed it?
Nailed it.
She nailed
killed
it. I don't
Killed
even
it.
think we went back to do a re-edit or anything. I think it was
It
pretty
was
much
one day.
She gave us like she had the whole thing mapped out. I don't know if she like had nightmares about
Professional
it.
to the T. Like
know.
her and her team.
The
was a
whole
great video.
team, dude.
Monday?
Like,
No, it was a great video.
No,
Even having Javi as El Diablito and
that worked out. That was one of those last minute moves too.
And but yeah, she did everything perfect. Shout out to Jasmine. Like that's all her. Like we did nothing. We just wrote the song.
now, did you also use Jasmine for Scanidero?
We did.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Gil, can you throw on Scanidero? Let's talk about this song
Yeah.
and the whole concept behind
Nah, I
the
don't
music
want
video. Did she also just took the range and
this was her all her idea. Like she pitched
I think he asked me, David.
Ralph proceed?
God, oh, dude.
So
Let's see what you got
no,
to
I'm
say.
kidding. Go ahead. No. Oh, we're a bad topic. We're
Oh
not-
yeah.
So
Sonidero.
hold on. So
Scanidero.
Scanidero, literally the last song we came up with for the album. Actually, no, it's not true. We stole you guys enough. It's not. It's the second to last song that we came up with for the album, but knew that it needed to be on the album. And when we sent her the song, she's like, "Perfect. I have an idea. Let me show you all this." She already had fucking storyboards, and like I was just like, "Stop fucking texting me, you woman. I have a girlfriend."
That one with the alien.
and so she came up with everything, and like again, I wasn't even able to make it to the shoot. David had to go.
I was the one that made it to all the shoots.
So the two shoots.
Yeah. I was
All the shoots.
the whole movie.
The star. He's obviously the star. of Scotty
He's
Dano.
obviously the star of the movie.
Ladies and
No, okay,
gentlemen,
okay.
we have the secret David Duchovny from the X-Files.
Yeah, David Duchovny.
David Daniel.
But yeah, no, this is all her. We can't take any credit for it. We just made the song. She made the visual. Shout out to Jasmine.
Yeah.
Shout out to her team. She's
An amazing
professional.
director.
She's great. She's great.
Yeah, food for us.
No,
Thank
pues a
you,
toda
Jasmine.
madre.
We got the
Not
food.
only a great song, incredible music video. It's so out there that people need to check it out.
That's a little sister. I think she. I
Yes.
think she used her family.
She was a
Yeah,
monster.
yeah, that's the little sister.
Friends and family were just there having
She
fun.
needed someone that was shorter in height. And she's like,
Ahí está.
sister, come here.
My little
Come down.
She had fun.
Just be
It
weird.
was a fun shoot.
And it tripped me out when Rob and I Ralph, when you sent us a song, and we've heard it before when you guys were performing in live, pero la cosa is, I'm so used to when it comes to TP and PG, I'm either hearing Ralph or Nico. This song doesn't have either of you guys as lead singers.
Well, we're
Yeah.
there as background
Simone.
singers, but the thing is that this song we kind of started it as a jam out. We were like jamming out, and we are just trying to come up with it like an instrumental in the moment.
And
And,
I think at that point I was like having
Everyone was trying out something, right? Like
I had writer's block. I couldn't think of anything to come up for the album or for the song. I
for
mean,
that song, yeah.
and what's his name?
Evie Dub.
Evie Dub.
was like, "Hey, I have this thing that I've been working on."
He didn't even
like,
say anything. He just started
Yeah,
jamming
he just
out.
started singing.
He just started singing, and we're like, "Oh, this works."
It's like, hey, let's go with it.
I was like, "All right,
yeah.
you're good with this?" He's
Hey.
like, "Yeah, I got it."
He sees the moment.
Yeah.
And and it just fit perfectly, and it's like he wrote a song with Upground that's on one of their albums, and Feel the Vibe. There's gonna be a connection on those lyrics because he uses similar lyrics on that song, and it's kind of it in a way it's kind of like a remix, our own kind of remix of it, like unintentionally because we didn't really plan it. It kind of just came out that way, and he just came in with those lyrics. But it fits so well, and to me, it's like that's Scanidero right there, It's,
Hell yeah. Well, you guys did an excellent job. Great music video. Shout out to her for directing it.
Shout out to Jasmine.
Another video that I wanted to bring up. So
The Ear Ringers new music video. Oh,
New single.
over here. They're being so humble over here.
So I wanted to talk about with Nico, Professor Galactico.
Simon.
You've been coming out with some new music, which I really love. There's
Thank
one of the songs, again, I really enjoyed not only the song but the music video, so much that I wanted to text you, but we already
I don't
know how that
reply.
goes.
We know that history.
Sorry.
I don't want to get rejected again. So
I promise I'll take
Gil,
some
if
more.
we can pull up Ahora
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Menorah.
and
That's what he calls it, by
Nico.
the way.
tell us a little bit about the song, what inspired you to do this song.
This song, I was testing out something on I was testing out a loop, like a samba loop. So this is technically not the original Ahora. The original Ahora is more like a samba bossa nova kind of song, which I may or may not release in the future. But this is the one that we made with the band, because when we started jamming it out with the band, like it started getting a different vibe, a different groove. And we're like, oh, let's record this too. Let's record this version too. And this is what we came up with. But yeah, like the
It's
song.
my favorite one. My favorite version of it.
Yeah, this
The
was a fun
song
day.
Ahora, I mean, it touches on certain subjects, not necessarily like a song that's so like you have to so dig into it. It kind of is as is, and you kind of identify with it on your own, like whatever your experience is,
No, you did a great job, and it's on. I also have that song on some of my my playlists just because it's a good jam.
Just
Thank
that
you,
one?
man. Thank you.
No, pues muchas.
Yeah, Cansado.
Even from
Remember Cansado?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Cansado. All my
Cansado.
life when he was wearing the mariachi outfit, that was a rola.
That's a like a homage to my mariachi roots with my my family and my parents. That they're like
Because they also sing, no?
my dad and my mom. Well, my dad, he was like like a cantina singer, pero cantaba bien y just one of those things that it wasn't like a career for him because
Simon.
he liked working. He liked doing things with his hands. He liked bending metals and cutting wood. He was like a crafty dude, and I respect him because I got some of that from him too. Because I love building my own drum sets, and I like building my own guitars and messing with electronics, getting electrocuted, and
Heroin.
But,
All
pero
the
Nico,
above.
con todo respeto, with those songs, and also you did an incredible job covering No Se Va.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
You fucking killed it on that one.
song, dude. When I heard it right away, I was like, dude, this is a PG song. Like this can, like I need to sing this song.
You gave it a besito and fucking did it your way.
Dude,
Sas.
No, and
out
thankfully,
into the
thankfully, people like who've heard it, like they really, like they feel it because it's a different vibe, a different genre, and it was kind of an unexpected thing because it didn't really get touched like that. I know there's a few covers of it, but
we got the one.
but we got a different one. We got
No, Simon.
a different little flair on it.
And here's the thing. We're talking about some of the songs that are in your catalog with No Se Va, of course, with Cansado, which is one of my favorites, All My Life. But those are not even your biggest hits on Spotify. You have songs, Tonterías is your number one.
Yeah, Tonterías is a song I wrote with Bert, and that's still like our little baby that we were able to flourish. It was a fun time doing that one because we literally did it like in 2 days.
Shit.
We did it in 2 days. We did the demo in 1 day. We did the whole song, wrote it, and recorded a demo in 1 day at my house in my little laptop using GarageBand. And then the next day we went to our engineer and we started mixing it, recording everything like the real drums, guitars. We added horns to it. It didn't have horns.
So you made the song
The
very
original,
horny.
the demo of that one, I think I still have it. I might
What do
put
you
that
do?
one out too eventually. But that one's more like, it sounds more mariachi-ish. It sounds more like a mariachi song.
Sorry.
Very producer move.
So bad joke on my part, but good
No,
stuff.
no, yeah.
So Tonterías, incredible song, and it's very common that some of the best music that we've all come across. We hear this quite frankly with a lot of incredible musicians. Paul McCartney's a good example. Some of the best songs that they have in their catalog.
It's horny.
It just took a few
Fast.
minutes,
30
day or
minutes,
two,
an hour.
sas.
Yeah.
Did you get the same experience with your second song, your second biggest song on Spotify with 039?
Oh, 039, that's the Paranoias that we did
Or was it
together.
combined?
We did together, and that one was Ralph kept saying, "Oh, we should do like an old cumbia song and turn it into ska," and I was like, "Okay, let's browse around what we can work with." And like another day, he was like, "Okay, let's try these," and then we started
Yes.
trying to come up with the treatment, right?
039 and Vestido Rojo, like, are two songs that I know as a child and played by my parents. And I was looking for a cover. I wanted to cover something oldie. We've done Mi Viejo
Yeah, we did that one.
by Piero.
And remember when I sent you a text?
We need to
And
re-release
you did
that
reply
too.
to that one, though.
Did I?
You did
It's-
reply.
It's
So-
unreleased right now.
So I'm going to ask you guys a question when we finish up with your death playlist. So think about your number one song on your death
Oh,
playlist.
shit.
So I have Mi Viejo by you guys on my death playlist
Oh,
wow.
damn.
because I listened to that song with my jefe. He's still here. But I listened to it and him and I had a moment.
Wow.
But I played him your version, not the original. And he really liked it.
But he's heard the original.
He's heard the
Yeah,
original,
yeah.
but he gave me one of those, mijos, ¿quién son esos?
Oh, nice.
No,
Nice.
pues, we're
That's-
working with him.
That's
That's cool.
cool. That's beautiful.
So it's a good song.
pretty-
Let's talk with the Paranoias. So on Spotify, your biggest hit is 1113.
That's it. That's it.
1113.
Shout out
That's his.
Basi.
That's his.
That has to do with your lady, no,
Yeah,
Ralph?
for sure.
Tell us a little
yeah,
bit about
yeah.
that.
That's BAC. I just want you to love me. My girl's name is Basi. and that's the first lyric.
He just spells out her name.
BAC, I just want you to love me, and her
Yeah.
birthday is 11/13, and I wrote that song for her birthday.
It's just a cute song.
It's a gorgeous song, you
Fuck, and your
asshole.
number one hit
It's a
on Spotify.
really cute song.
It's all right, but it's literally a love song to my girl, and
Love
it was a
letter.
birthday present. I didn't think it was gonna do what it did,
Nah.
and I'm grateful for it, and I love you, babe. See you
Ahí
later,
está,
bitch.
shout out. So on Spotify, then you have the other songs, Domingo, Nolo, and Amarte, all fucking jams that you guys came
Domingo,
up with.
Nolo, Amarte. Actually,
Me-
he was working with
yeah.
somebody else.
Yeah,
He was working with somebody else, and they were playing the piano, and
the dun, dun, dun.
the whole tring tring tring, like they were like on the other side, like they're in the other room, and I just started working on the na 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 na, and I was like, hey, can she do piano for this? And she did the tring tring tring, like I think she even did vocals, and then I took her out.
No, we were still exploring with the song. It wasn't like
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Gotcha.
No. Shout out to her. No, she's as much inspiration.
shout out to Greta Grecia.
But yeah, she helped form the formula of what it is, the last version of it.
And it's a beautiful song. So,
Thank
I
you.
mean, if anything, hopefully the listeners, or if you're watching this on YouTube, what they're getting from this, not only are you guys entertaining as fuck, a great group of guys, an incredible band with LA Collective, with the Paranoias, with Professor Galactico. You guys have an incredible music catalog. And not only that, also people should go see you guys perform live because of the experience that you guys give anybody that goes to your guys' shows.
Much more different. Much more different.
Also, shout out to the earringers. They
Shout out to the
They
earringers.
kill it live.
They
Eso
kill it
también.
live.
man, we've had the honor
Where
to play
they
with
at?
them twice,
Oh,
Yes.
and we
They're-
hope
they
to do
kill
another
it.
one soon.
I remember.
I
going
hope to
up-
grow up to be like them.
I remember going downstairs from that show at the Paramount
At
and
the
just
Paramount?
walking up, seeing the crowd. Crowd was packed, and they started.
They
playing.
absolutely
Dude,
slayed.
people were going.
Hell yeah.
So
Slayed.
congrats to you guys, yeah.
No, they do an
So-
incredible job. They're
so-
going to be our next interview today, so we're going to
No,
have.
we could shut down.
No,
I'm
but-
kidding.
so,
No, you can turn the lights off.
so you guys fucking kick ass.
Thank you.
Any for the future of the Paranoias and Professor Galactico, what would be the ideal dream that you guys would like to see to come from this project?
This next one?
No, just from you guys. Like, where do you guys want to see yourselves?
Oh.
Let's see a couple years from now.
I-
What would you like to do?
On a
all right,
beach
let
in
me
Mexico.
let me answer first. I wish to be able to just play music as a living and be able to quit my job and just play music. And hopefully this project or next project or Earringers get us to be roadies or something.
Or take us on tour with
take
them.
us on tour with them. Being able to him to quit his job, him to quit his job, him to quit, like everybody, you know.
Simon.
Like we
Yes.
want to do this for the long haul.
And
We want it to
I-
last.
I love making music, and I know
Yeah.
he loves making music.
That's our passion. That's like, like it's our dream career, and the only way I feel it becomes like more reality is when you're more like in tune with it and you're just more consistent and active. Like there's a reason, why active artists get a lot of success, and it's not by just them sitting around and not doing anything, they actually practicing the art and just trying different things, just trying to stay innovative, trying to create the new best piece of candy,
No,
ear,
Simon.
ear candy.
Well, you guys are doing an incredible job. I'm very excited when we come out with our EP together under My Grito. Yes, it took years, but
EP.
oh no, the full album.
Yeah, what are you
The
talking
full
about?
album.
We're
My
doing a
bad.
full album, dude.
Yeah,
I,
now you
it's
gotta
so
wait
I
longer.
got to go back and look at the contract. It's been a while, bro.
Yeah, you gotta wait longer.
It's been a
We have
while.
to renew that contract. Is it expired?
No.
Got him.
I think we might have something there.
The stipulation. I don't know.
But no, I'm super excited about that.
It's taken a long time for me to
Yeah,
finish
no.
this project,
It's
but
been-
I'm very happy with what the product we're gonna give you. Like, I'll show. I have.
we
that
want to.
one
We
on
want to
this-
be absolutely like
100.
in love with it before I show you and before I
these
show
songs,
anyone.
Some
you
of
know?
these songs are 10 years old.
Some
That's
of them
all right.
are. Some of them
Some
are pretty
these songs are
old.
legit 10-year-old.
Yeah, we
Felicity 1 is 10 years old for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we released the second one first.
We released the second.
Hey,
Th-
it's
that's
about
how-
time
that's
the
how
first
art
one
works
comes out. No,
sometimes.
I see. Yes, it's just a matter of timing and what feels right.
It's a Star Wars thing.
Please,
Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's
Got him.
David, guys.
you got him.
So we'll end the interview with the questions that I ask all my guests, and I'm just going to go down the line, and all you guys can answer these questions. So with the first question, I want you to pick one out of the things I'm going to ask you, either a favorite movie, a favorite book, or an app on your phone. Pick something, and why do you like it, David? And I'm going to regret this, David. Which one do you pick? Movie, book, or an app on your phone, and why?
Movie. The Rock.
Okay.
And
That's an actor, fool.
That's a wrestler.
No,
fool.
Nicolas Cage.
Relax. Yeah, Oscar knows.
Are you sure that wasn't Rob?
Rob?
Can you come and ask the questions? All right.
So The Rock. ¿Por qué The Rock?
The Rock. So the reason I love
Oh
the
my
movie The
God.
Rock is because when I was younger, we used to go visit Mexico a lot every year, 2-3 times a year, and we had a van with a DVD player, and the movie The Rock was one of the ones we had, one of the only ones we had.
Sounds like
It was the only movie.
Beautiful movie. I love it. I love
is a
the
good movie.
whole firefight. I love the whole Nicolas Cage. I love the whole fucking. There's a whole terrorist attack gonna be happening. Love that movie. I probably watched it like 3 times on the drive.
3 times?
On the
Dude,
drive.
your favorite movie?
Just the
Oh,
drive.
okay.
No, just the
So,
drive there.
only
and
on the
drive
drive.
back.
So if anything, David, it's more the nostalgic.
It's a nostalgic thing with the whole going to
'Cause that was going to
visiting
Mexico.
family. I know I'm gonna be watching this movie
Simon,
on the whole drive.
I like that.
Type of deal.
How about you, Ralph?
I would say you said movie.
Movie, app on your phone, or a book?
I would go with movie. I don't read a lot.
You don't say.
I would say Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is one of my favorite movies. Breakup movie, very artsy. Fucking love it. Michelle Gondry, love it.
Hell yeah! Make sure you guys check that out if you haven't seen it. How about Nico?
I'm gonna choose movie too, and one of the movies I say this I think in a lot of interviews. I'm a big Back to the Future. Back to the Future is like, and it's
McFly.
not just the first movie, but
Yeah.
but like all 3 of them, the whole thing, like. And I even get suckered into believing that they're gonna make a 4th, but they're obviously not. And it's
Yeah.
just like one of those things that are like, I even like, what I did read one time, like someone made like a script for a 4th movie, where like the story is like Marty goes as an adult to Marty goes as an adult to like to save Doc Brown as a kid. It's like reverse, you know. Instead of Doc Brown like trying to help Marty is like, yeah. Anyways, that's Back to the Future is like my thing.
I like that.
I put little references on my
You guys
music,
don't even know.
on my lyrics, on
Shit, that should be a trivia for anybody listening.
yeah, like I put little hints of Back to the Future stuff in all of my things.
The song, ¿cómo se llama?
I feel better.
No.
How many songs would you say on Profesor Galactico's catalog have a reference to Back to the Future?
Maybe like
Alien movie.
not half of them, but like I want to say like
Space
at least
Time
5 or
Continuum.
6.
So let's do this for those that
Maybe
are listening.
more. Maybe more. I forget because I have a lot of songs.
There's a
No,
song
está bien.
specifically where he has a lyric that's specific to the movie. I can't remember what it was called.
Pues,
can't remember which
don't
one.
bring it up, porque here's what I want to do for anybody that is listening to this, and this would be good till, let's say, the end of June of 2024. I got to put a fucking date on it. Anybody that messages either, I want them to message My Grito. So My Grito on Instagram. If you can name 3 songs where Profesor Galactico makes a Back to the Future reference, we'll take care of you and we'll send you a package different records, vinyls, shirts, todo del desmadre.
Hell yeah.
But you gotta send us something. And hopefully it's somebody that's not currently listening to Professor Galactico. I want you to go into their catalog and check it out. Nico, if it's a family member that messages us, voy a estar un poquito aguitado. So nobody related to you.
Automatically, they
My
get it. It
family doesn't
count
listen
the
to
three.
like my music that much, to be honest. I think my family is more into like Mexican regional and maybe other things.
Simon.
But I don't think they're like really ska or like weird alternative indie music.
But they've heard your music, no?
But they
they've heard
they
the
appreciate
music.
they do appreciate what I do and they support me and everything and I love them and I thank you so much. But I know like it's an acquired taste, man.
No, Simon.
Like even for me like sometimes it's just like I'm just trying to release my stress out or my emotions into music and record it. Like it's not necessarily that I'm doing it for like to sell it or to make money. I just do it, man,
No, I like that. Hey, Rod, how about you? Movie, book, or an app on your phone that you really love?
I'm gonna do app on my phone.
Orale.
I know. I was trying to think of the first two, but Reddit.
Oh no.
No,
Oh,
I
Reddit's
know.
amazing.
No,
Tell us why.
Listen. Why? Because I'm like a micro learner. I love learning like lots of just general wisdom, and I feel like Reddit, since I joined it like the end of high school, just like explain like I'm 5. No, just it's given me a lot of like. Obviously, you have to filter through the BS. You can't go in with just an open eye. That's any social media platform, Facebook, and all that. But if you really filter out and look like search on what you're looking for, there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom that I wouldn't have picked up on random things. Just like I'm like a trivia guy. I like little tidbits of knowledge, and I also like vocabulary, stuff like that.
Definitely.
So I use big words. I get clowned by my family, by my girl. Like, oh, you use SAT words. Where'd you learn that on your like toilet paper roll?
No,
or
no, yeah.
shit like that. Like I use big words, but
And
I don't know.
it's easier to skim through text than to skim through a video because it's
Yeah.
like you're literally seeing everything visually and then you're reading it and you can literally visualize when you're reading
Yeah.
much faster than trying to like fast forward or something.
Yeah.
Like.
So
Yeah,
I
so-
rarely do this, A-Rod. I like what you said with Reddit.
Yeah.
But I also like how you mentioned expanding your vocabulary. So there's an app that I'm using.
Yeah.
To help me out. I'm an avid reader, but I'm trying to take in as much knowledge as I can.
Mm-hmm.
If you're familiar with the app Elevate,
No.
so Elevate by Apple was one of the top apps of 2023, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But it gives you all these things that you do each day to help you with reading faster, better grammar, spelling, all these different things. It costs about $35 a year for the whole year. So it's nada.
Jesus.
I know
What
it's a
you
lot of
get
money.
out of it, is
But
far
it-
more.
but-
It's
Oh,
far
okay.
more valuable.
Yeah.
And nowadays you can use ChatGPT, todo el pedo to write things, but keep your brain active and
Yes.
using apps like this can really be a big help. So that's an app that I like, Elevate.
I'll go check it out.
Just to learn the
That's
word
dope.
faux pas.
Just turn your brain
wow.
into an AI brain. That's what you got to do.
No, yeah,
Eventually
just
it's gonna get there.
Just like little nuggets of knowledge. I like that stuff.
It
It is
is.
just like knowing of stuff. Like when you say, like, you'll just say something knowledgeable, actually factual, intelligible that you can back up. Someone's like, oh shoot, like this guy knows what he's talking about. Yeah, like I did my research kind of thing. Like
There you
I'm
go.
not just
Oh.
talking out of my ass kind of
Oh, did you not know about underwater basket weaving?
thing. Exactly.
Or spitting cats.
So I like Reddit. So I would recommend
Apparently that's
Reddit,
the
yeah.
You guys have no idea what a
Spitting
spitting
bars.
cat is.
Look it
It sounds fun. Well, we're gonna look it up after this interview. So let me ask you the next question. You guys, as musicians, as artists, would appreciate this, and I hope you guys have your death playlist. If you have a death playlist, or maybe you don't, but the day that you're no longer here at your funeral eulogy, the first song that's gonna be playing. What song is it, David? The one that means the most to you, like something that has to do with your life.
So, I don't have a death playlist. That's something that's not normal to think about. But
You
there
and
is
me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, but let's do it like we do.
Doing like
You
a
know,
Discovery
anyway.
Channel.
So if I would have to say something now off the top of my head, it would be something that brings me a lot of memories of my mother.
Beautiful.
And she's not with us anymore. So anything that brings me closer to her, I love. So it would be Amor Eterno
I love that
By
song.
who?
by Rocío Durcal.
Of course.
Not the original writer.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But she does-
That's the
she
one
gives it
I was
justice.
introduced to.
Yeah.
So, and that was the same song that, so Maria Sanchez, I interviewed her. She was our 5th interview.
Yeah.
She said the same thing.
Oh wow.
Amor Eterno.
Hey.
There you go.
But
There you
yes,
go.
Amor Eterno, because it reminds me of my mother so much. My mother was a stay-at-home mom. She took care of us. She did everything that a mother would, that you would think a machisto household would do.
I love that.
And she was amazing. Miss her every day.
Yeah.
Amor Eterno, because she used to sing it. It used to be one of the only songs that she would sing.
Cool.
For her, she grew up taking care of her siblings. She was the one that took care of them, the mother of them in Mexico. So,
Oh my God, David.
yeah, that's my phone ringing. Don't worry about it. Amor Eterno. That's the song that I would have playing. And the only other song that would be on the playlist would be the one, I don't know who sings it. I don't know what it's called, but it's the one that goes, "Don't you forget about me. Don't."
From Breakfast Club?
Yes, that one. Because it made me
Yeah.
cry when I heard it after my mom passed away.
Oh,
I like that.
sorry.
Yeah. So those would be my 2 songs on repeat for the playlist.
As nice as that sounded, I only asked for one song.
Yeah.
But
You asked for a playlist. Relax.
no, I asked for the top song on your
Top
playlist.
song.
So let that be a lesson for the other 3 of you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm narrowing down now.
I know.
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
roasted.
that's my track.
No, but that was really good, David. I really like those. Ralph, how about you? Number 1 song on your death playlist. What would it be?
Playlist. I would say you might think I ain't worth $1, but I feel like $1,000,000 by Queens of the Stone Age. Holler at the boy, and that's it. Bye.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Nico.
Wow, that was a tough one, man. Maybe I think I will do Por tu Maldito Amor by Vicente Fernandez.
Why
For-
that song?
Just because that's one of the songs that, like, when I grew up, like, that was one of my favorite songs. I was a little kid. One of the first songs that I ever, like, tried singing. That I remember, like, trying to sing myself, like, obviously, like, just all out of tune and all terrible. Not that I sing good now, but it was bad. But it was, I was a kid, and, like, I really didn't understand why I liked that song or why I sang it. But, like, now I see, I'm like, oh, wow, like, there's just, like, so much meaning and so much, like, that makes me reminisce about me, like, being a kid. But, yeah, that one, that's it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Good song. How about you, A-Rod?
Mine's gonna be, I want to say Coldplay. I love Coldplay from my middle school, expanding, like, listening to music, but they really gave me an emotional side to music that, like, they made me feel kind of thing. Like, I obviously felt that, like, by the Beatles, Michael Jackson, stuff like that. But during that middle school age, I feel like I connected with that.
Which
And,
song from Coldplay?
I was thinking of your last question between Atlas, Clocks, and Speed of Sound, but I have to say Speed of Sound. It just gives me that serenity, that peace of tranquility. It just brings me to another headspace. It's very ethereal. It's very calming. So I feel like I've always, when I think about, like, death, I panic. I've had many panic attacks when I think about death. I'd be at work, I'd be at school, something like that, and I get, like, the heartbeats. I get the sweaty hands about death, and I know it's coming.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes, like, to come to terms with it, it's kind of hard. But then there's other moments where I'm such at peace, and I'm like, it's gonna happen. It's like you go to sleep, and that's whatever. But to that tranquility, that peace of that sense of peace, I feel like I feel that with Coldplay. So I feel like I would like that, like that Speed of Sound by Coldplay. Just
It's a
like
great song.
that, just tranquility. That, like, it's gonna be okay. The world's gonna keep revolving. I hope I've left my image on it, the people I love, that memory of it. But that sense of just, I don't know, caring,
Yeah.
that just warmth. I feel that when I listen to Coldplay, that warm energy.
I like that.
Definitely.
I changed my mind. I want to go with the da dee dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da.
Maybe when they're carrying your casket, no?
Hey, that'd be so
Hey, the
perfect.
casket boys, casket boys. Hell yeah.
2020.
You guys are so serious.
I want
Jesus
them-
Christ.
I
But
want
well,
them
it's just
funeral.
gonna get more serious. And
Oh, yeah.
A-Rod, there was a good transition to what you said, which I really like, and I admire you for saying that. It's not easy to be talking about that, but it's gonna get worse. Because now here's my last question. My last question is, when you are no longer here, so we are talking about death. Yeah. When you're no longer here, how would you like for people to remember you? In other words, what type of legacy, when somebody's talking about David, when somebody's talking about Ralph, Nico, A-Rod, what do you want people to say about you as a person? How do you want to be remembered?
Can I say for everybody? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Pretty deep question.
That's a deep question. That's very deep to think about what people are gonna be thinking about when we're gone.
When you're gone,
When I'm gone specifically.
you specifically.
Honestly, I just want people to be happy. You know
That you're
what?
dead?
We're all in this world and we're all gonna leave this world. And there's no reason to have that baggage like thinking about, because there's nothing we can do about it. We're gonna come and pass, and hopefully we were remembered in a fond light. But it's gonna happen. We gotta move forward and keep going forward. So honestly, you know what? Once I come and pass, as long as everyone's, continuing forward. What's up, Ralph?
No, thank you for saying that, David. Ralph, how about you?
Honestly, I just want people to listen to the music and know that, like, I never fucked anybody over.
There you go.
I love my girl.
And
20 years. And what?
And he couldn't believe it, so he took a shot.
I don't know what that means.
No, fool, come on.
Oh, okay. So, I hope to be liked and that the music stands for itself. And that's it.
Yeah, I honestly don't really think about that. I just try to live day by day.
Yeah, same, actually. Yeah,
I really don't think
anything.
about that because I feel like it's a distraction and it's not allowing me to live my life how I should live it, and it's just like not thinking about being afraid. This is the same thing that I would tell my son, like don't be afraid of anything. Don't be don't let yourself be limited by thoughts like that, because the more you think about those things, it's like those few minutes, it's almost like you're killing yourself, because it's like you're thinking about something that's inevitable. You're thinking about something that's inevitable, and this is not allowing you to live. So it's good to escape, to music that takes that shit away from you, because it could be counterproductive, man, and it could be counter life,
Yeah.
So just like the Beatles said, let it be, and those things they're inevitable.
It'll take
So
care of itself.
yeah, so I mean, how I want people to remember me by is, by my work, and that's it. It speaks for itself, like a lot of artists, Brad Newell and Amy Winehouse, like a lot of artists that eventually pass, like there's gonna be remembered by their music, by their work, by their craziness, by their not craziness. Oh, they were goody two shoes, or they were too crazy, or
Shout out to Morrison.
Morrissey, like Jim Morrison, and but yeah, that's, I mean, like I said, like those things are inevitable, and I just want people to respect the dead once I'm dead. That's it.
Thanks, Nico.
Thank
A-Rod?
you.
When I pass, jeez, when I pass,
There you go. Grab your tissues.
Said-
When I die.
I want people to
Die.
remember me as a saxophonist for the Paranoias.
no,
You guys get ready.
and that.
These questions are for you guys too.
No, just on top of that, just to add on what Davi said, just the happiness. Like, I'm always someone that's trying to joke, liven up the mood, stuff like that. But just for people to keep going, like echarle ganas, so just to keep trying, because like a lot of the times we get stuck in a rut, we get in a mental rut. Like I know I do.
Yeah.
I have that self-doubt in myself, even though I've accomplished so much in my life. I always put that into a diminutive state, like a small, like that's only a little chunk of my life, but like
Yep.
just keep trying, keep going. The world's gonna keep going. Like
Yeah.
I want to say, like to the parenting thing, like whenever my future kids or whatever like that, just keep going. Just don't have fear. Just keep trying something new.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
I appreciate that.
The world's gonna keep going. So as long as you put in that positive energy, that love, that happiness,
Yeah, there's stuff that we can't control,
power,
you know?
that energy, we can do whatever we want. So
Yeah.
What do you want people to think about you?
So
Have you said it?
Yeah, I've said it before on the Mind Buzz.
All right, make it different.
Pero,
All right, change it up.
for me, besides being happy once David's gone, physically and from this world,
because he didn't want you.
para mí, it's one of those things where besides for me being remembered as a good son, me being remembered as a good husband, a good dad.
Man, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, for my parents, because I mean, I'm still taking, similar to you, Nico.
Yeah,
you and I
bro.
had a long conversation about this on the
Yeah.
phone, about watching over our parents. My mom's sick. She's been sick for a couple years.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And I know that I had I got into trouble as a kid, as a teenager, and all this stuff. Was I the perfect son? No, I can't imagine how many of us were. But now
The
that I'm
perfect
more
teenager.
mature, yeah, I mean, I'm going through shit.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I have responsibilities, I have businesses, but I want to make sure that I'm there for my jefita when she mostly needs me. I don't want to, I don't want her to remember me as somebody that wasn't there when she really needed me. Yeah. Just like she was there for me when I really needed her. Yeah. So I want to be remembered as a good son. I want to be remembered as a good husband, that my wife is genuinely sad if I'm not here. Not like, fuck, he's finally gone, on to the next.
Yeah. No.
I want to make a difference. I want my kids to remember me as a good dad, that I meant something to them. For the rest of the world, and I think a lot of it has to do with my profession in the insurance business, but también being part of my Grito with Rob. I want to feel like for certain people that we've been able to connect with, that I would like to think that because of some of the advice that I gave them, that they didn't give up. That they kept on pushing because they genuinely felt like I believed in them. And they kept on moving forward. So I want to be remembered as, hey, you know what, Oscar? He fucking believed in me when I didn't think anybody else did.
Encouragement, motivation.
I want to be there for that.
No, that's beautiful. Yeah. And honestly, dude, like, we probably don't say it enough, man, but thank you. You know, like, this does really help. Like, it does really help when people believe in you and when people are, like, behind you. You know, and like it feels like they're there through thick and thin, you know.
You mentioned it before. We probably don't hear it enough, but it does sit in.
No,
very nice.
it feels great when, you know, professionals such as yourself
I don't like
see between everything.
Yeah, thank you, Oscar. You've inspired me to continue with the Paranoias.
Please
Shut up, David.
Please don't ever switch with Rob.
He's just trying to get brownie points.
I
That's all
know,
he's trying to
right?
do.
No, I'm still always going to remember you for saying that. For you saying that.
Fuck it, David.
Remember it.
So I want to thank you guys for being on this interview. Me gustó un chingo just for you guys to be on there. I hope that a lot of listeners that either you're fans or new to the Paranoias, new to Professor Galactico, that they become fans of you guys, to go to Spotify and start listening to your music, adding it to different playlists.
Yes.
To go to YouTube.
Go listen to the Earringers.
Them
We got
too.
the earringers in the house.
But for you guys to go to your live shows, and follow you guys on Instagram, both for Paranoias, Professor Galactico.
Yep.
See where you guys are performing next, so
Yeah,
they
we
can
have
go
some
check it out.
shows.
And
Can we-
remember, Michelada Rumble on May 4th.
Let's-
You guys will be
Can we plug
performing.
our next shows? Can we
Yeah.
plug our next shows?
Yeah, we have the Michelada
Show next
May
this
4th.
week.
April 20th, we're gonna play at Catch One. It's the Skyline Festival. April
Skyline
21st,
Festival
we're
with
gonna play at
Inspector.
Soundbite Studios. We're gonna do a little performance there.
Oh yeah.
And then on May 4th, we do the Michelada Rumble. So that's in Arcadia, Santa Anita Park. There's gonna be lowriders, Michelada competition, There's gonna be
A lot of fun stuff. A lot of fun
There's a bunch of
projects.
stuff. A bunch of stuff.
A lot of stuff, and you guys are going to be hanging out with us.
Yes.
We have the
I
booth
don't
there
know
with
about
My Grito, so
We'll
thank you
have
guys
merch.
Podcast label.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
some four-legged animals.
We have merch, CDs, vinyls. Catch us there.
Don't talk about yourself that way, David.
Again, I want to thank you guys for being on the show. I really appreciate it. I hope people are going to check you guys out, see you guys in person.
Thanks for having us again.
you
Thank
for
you so
having us.
much.
No, Simon.
Pleasure.
And just like every episode, I would like to share a little bit of advice to the listener that
Financial
has to do with
advice.
finance.
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Where's my camera? 99-cent stores going out of sale. Go to their out of business
Right
sale.
now.
You
Save
get
some
everything for like
cash.
50 cents. You
Stock
get
up.
everything for like 50
It's
cents.
time to stock up.
All right, now go ahead.
They got good.
Save
Stock up
monies.
on water
Get an IRA.
Water and toilet paper.
and
TP.
TP.
Oh no!
TPG.
Don't make that association.
Stock up on TV.
But I'll use this opportunity, and it's always going to be something that's based on the conversation, based on my experience with you guys. Nico, I'm going to pick on you again.
Pick on me, baby. Let's go.
Here's advice. Nico and I, we did have a genuine conversation that I really appreciated. This was a couple months ago when we talked about our parents,
Oh yeah, it was
and they
pretty
talked,
long.
and you shared with me how the sacrifices that you made for the better to help out your parents.
Yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, you also shared with us that you are a new father.
Yeah,
This is just part of life. This is the things that we go through, whether our parents, as they get older, they're getting sick. At some point, they're no longer going to be with us. And that's where you got to take the opportunity to have these moments with them, to have conversations with them, to play the Paranoia song Mi Viejo with your dad if your dad's still around, or
Yeah.
whoever is the dad figure in your life. Those are opportunities that you should take advantage of. Pero también, as Nico is a new father, there's also changes that we need to make in our life to better protect what is now our new family, our extended family. I mentioned, I believe it was on this one. It wasn't this one when I said, when it comes to my daughters, I would die for them.
definitely.
With making that comment, you also want to make sure that you financially protect them. And it's not about how much money you accrued over the years and what you're leaving behind. There's certain vehicles that you can use
Yeah.
in order to provide a nice substantial amount of money, income tax free. And
Yeah.
yes, I'm talking about life insurance.
Yep.
Life insurance, especially as you're younger, it's a lot more affordable. You can take an opportunity to go ahead and take a look at what it is, what life insurance looks like nowadays. It's not like your traditional life insurance where maybe some of you have seen it, maybe you liked it, maybe you didn't. There's a lot of new life insurance that's out there, and all you simply have to do is Google it, research it, or take an opportunity to reach out to me personally on My Grito or on my personal page. Reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to, with no obligations, I will give you some information on life insurance. With that, I wanted to thank you guys, the Paranoias, Professor
Awesome.
Galactico.
Let's go.
As always, I want to thank Gil, Mindbuzz Media, for putting this together for us. I really appreciate it.
Go Gil.
Y una más vez, my
Go
name is
to-
Oscar, and this is My Grito.
Go to huggies.com/mygrito
some
for
size threes.
20% off on diapers.
I need size 3. Send them over.
Gracias.